road.
This streaming, Blue streaming, everyone's streaming.
Bluey! No, just kidding.
Bluey!
Use the big girl bark.
I was about to do it, but then I realized I might throw out my voice if I try to do that.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Oh, look at me! I am Gorm, the Dwarven Death Cleric, on reactive. Hold on, let me change that.
Yes,
for you.
You are the.
Let me go back to Stormy.
Dwarven dwarf.
Sorry, that's from a D&D game I play with.
Refresh the game so I can see the odds.
All right.
There we go.
We're going to find a poll once you're all set. We'll do a little recap for anyone in the chats, and then we will get rolling.
Ah, there it goes. Oh, that's adorable.
Adorable?
The gargoyle.
E.
Wait, are you playing a girl or a guy, Stormy?
Yes.
A guy. Yes. I guess he. I guess I have a more masculine name, Frederick. So I guess Frederick is a twink.
I literally just thought of two female characters named Frederick in anime, so don't you even start with me.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that character has boobs, so
yeah.
Frederick the Gargoyle Twink. That's perfect.
I mean, if you're made out of stone, wouldn't you carve yourself into something awesome?
I mean, why
not? I mean, I loved that with what is it? One of the episodes of Supernatural where they're talking about a 600-year-old hag that came back to life in whatever body she chose, and they're like all surprised that she's like the 18-year-old cheerleader. They're like, why would you pick something else? Like, if you came back,
right?
wouldn't
I'm
you
gonna
be like,
pick somebody ugly? Yeah.
I'm too attached to my own body.
The funny thing is, in that episode, that got her killed because the demon she served thought she was a whore. He wanted her to take the body she had before.
Ripper Rose.
She literally summons him. He's like, "Oh, I liked your old beauty." Snap. Ah, all right then. That was fun. I like Supernatural. Are we live?
We are.
I don't know.
Everyone in chat, Supernatural's amazing. If you haven't watched it.
I watched almost the entire series in my forensics class in high school.
That's funny.
That is
Supernatural?
Yeah, I'm
in
not
forensics?
joking. Yes, we literally just had she literally just gave us like the notes and we just watched Supernatural.
I just loved. Well, okay, we don't need too much jabbering. We're about 10:30 as it is. All right. So.
Sorry.
No, that's me. I'm stopping myself. I'm the one talking about Supernatural. Swat. All right. So, last session, you guys woke up in a dream with very little information, like exceptionally little information as far as starts go, except that there's a yellow mist, somebody chasing you, ruins, a monster in the midst, and the monster came out as you spread out a little bit. It seemed to go for the first person who moved a bit away from the group, tearing them down and their blood casting an odd message. As each person fell to the beast, it seems that as they died in more and more gruesome manners, their bodies kept spelling out a message until you realized it was somebody shouting from beyond the world. As you were in a dream, they were shouting, "Wake up! Save me!" Unfortunately, such a fate didn't occur for that man, although he did manage to wake you up and avoid a potentially similar fate. The rather twisted doctor was a doppelganger that had been working on him and proceeded to kill him as revenge for his part in trying to aid you in getting out, which for his efforts did work. He managed to snatch the key, hold her back, and get out to the point that she tried to flee and ended up taking her down. She survived the ordeal as you found your gear in a couple different areas. It looked like some of it, the more valuable stuff, was being looted, some was being prepared to be burnt, and then the only familiar of the party was found in another group filled with corpses, where it seems to be a corpse chute. Seems that the stairwell leading out of this basement has been destroyed, but the chute to the corpse chute looks like a way up, as well as you found an incinerator / furnace that also had a chute leading up. And you decided to follow that one up after breaking the incinerator to make sure that your insane friend didn't turn the furnace on after you left. She seems to be peaceable to a degree. You made it between two of your party members. You actually made a nice degree where she's still very much hostile, and you can tell her mind is cracked. But the important info that you got out of it is that she doesn't seem to be a naturally born doppelganger. She doesn't seem to even recognize the name doppelganger. Yet she seems to change faster than even a doppelganger lord can. She seems to have a very simple mentality of that of like a townsperson, which suggests that maybe this is some sort of condition, especially since she said that it was a gift from him, whoever him is. I just think of him from Powerpuff Girls, where it's him. Not to be confused with Metaton. I'm sorry, Metaton and him, very similar characters.
I am pretty sure that was a major inspiration.
Oh God, yeah. At least I would think so. I'd have to ask Toby Fox. Toby Fox, if you happen to see this, let us know.
Toby, come on, fam.
I mean, and Toby, if you're watching this, thank you so much because I love you.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you went climbing up the furnace, and as you were climbing up, you started hearing thumps coming from above you, and as you all braced, suddenly skittering down, half climbing, half just sliding down into your face, seems to be at least 3 dire rats, as they're just coming down, screeching, and about to attack your lead gargoyle's face.
Rats, 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 rats!
Let's see. Let's steal for humans. Let's see. What should we turn on?
That was a good song.
You like that one? Yeah, we used that one last night.
That was really good.
I can link the other ones. Like, I'm not playing it because I don't play it on the Roll20, so people streaming don't get hit. But yeah, there's a lot of really good ones because Steel for Humans is good. There's one called, I think it's called Assassin of Kings. That was wonderful. And then Hunter Be Hunted is wonderful.
I'll have to look them up. I need to play this Wisher series.
I'm literally turning on Hunter Be Hunted right now. So you guys ready to go right into this? This is going to be sans combat because they're kind of right in your face. I did warn out of character last time. I don't know if Stormy had left by this time. A lot of the combats in this one, you'll notice that a lot of Pathfinder and other games, such as Saga, they make battlefields big enough for everybody to participate because they want everyone to participate. A trademark of horror is claustrophobia. And so you're going to fight ones where sometimes you are trapped behind the others and you got to just either deal with it or just hope they can deal with it. So, like in this case, yeah, this is a one-way fight to a degree. Not all of you will be able to necessarily participate, but that's kind of by design.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you that this game, already just looking through books 1 and 2, there's a lot of scenarios like that. It's like if you fall behind, something might come from behind and get you sequestered. That doesn't happen in other games. That definitely happens in this one. Coupled with the fact that I've already warned you that a couple of the bad guys are literally meant to not be fought because they're too tough for you, and so gauging what is too strong for you is a very vital skill for this game.
Mm-hmm. Appropriate that bury the light.
I think Vanguard called it Dark Souls mentality.
What?
I think you called it Dark Souls mentality when we did the Session 0.
Oh yeah, Dark Souls mentality. Also appropriate that Bury the Light starts playing on my end.
All right. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, actually, no, I don't need to do this sans map. I can bring you over to where it is, because then I have the creatures at least, and we can go to... I just need to drag you out. So this is the room that they're actually in. I'm just going to drag you out so that you're there. And then I can add them to the initiative, and then there's no wonkiness. I activated it. You should be able to switch over to it.
Loading.
Yes, map load.
All right. So on the combat tab, you should see dice for all the things.
Ah, it's dark.
Oh, do you not have? Well, keep in
Uh,
mind you don't need the vision just yet. Once you get up here, I'll do your vision
Of course.
because you're in a pipe 5x5.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so gonna hit begin combat here. Pause that. So starting out the bout is the Blood Rager. But otherwise, is she is a bit further back and can't see them as they're just rushing down. They're about the turn they're coming down is only about 10 feet in front of you, but there's still a lot of you there. We're climbing and we're basically squeezing, so I can't make a thrown weapon attack, which means I got jack and shit. Seeing if I have a spell, I might be able to at least like a cantrip, but I don't think I do. Oh, right, because I don't have spells
Yeah,
yet.
Blood
so
Rangers
no.
don't.
Yeah, good luck up there.
Oh boy.
You can't in Pathfinder 1E you can't difficult terrain through an ally.
You can, but the thing is we're currently climbing, and so it's like I can't stop in your square, and there's all of you in between us. So not only would I have to make a climb roll, but even at like my fastest best climb roll, I'm moving 15 feet. There's 3 of you. I would end in your square, Stormy, which means I would
just get stuck.
I would just get stuck, or I'd move just directly ahead of you. And so it's like, it's very bad right now, because it's like you guys are both squeezing and climbing, which makes your climb roll easy, but...
Yes.
Unfortunately, I have to hold my turn. Vanguard.
Well, I did do some research, and apparently an oracle doesn't need a divine focus.
Depends on the spell.
What?
You have to double check real quick. Things like that to pop a roll on me, like if you find that, send me the day of, because having to look it up mid-game is bad, and I'll usually roll against you just to keep the game going. Just
yeah,
so
no
it's
problem.
like, unless it's like definitive. Like if it's just I found it somewhere, I'm not gonna look it up. Like, but in this case, I'll look it up real quick. But
yeah, no problem.
I see people in forums saying that, but I've not seen anything in the actual.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, no, in the actual Oracle one, okay, yes. Oracles do not need to provide a divine focus to cast a spell, so the divine focus is part of the spell, so you are good.
Oh, okay.
But...
I thought I misread it.
Nope, so you're good.
All right, thank you for telling me, by the way. I would like to cast Hedging Weapon.
Okay.
Use. Did it do it?
I don't know, did it? Should put it into chat the moment you use it.
Use.
Check to see if it didn't pop up.
Oh.
There it went.
Here, let me delete the extra.
Okay, yeah, you're climbing, you're squeezing itself. I do need a cast level check because you're squeezing.
Cast level check.
Or not a cast level, but a concentration check. It should be a button on your spell page.
Spell page, concentration.
It's not hard, it's just basically because your arms are getting stuck. Yep, you managed to get it off.
Awesome.
Alright.
Takes the form of a really pretty rapier.
So it does. One of the rats. It is coming down. As it slides down at you. It pretty much lands next to you, Frederick, and then it immediately tries to bite you. It's a little rat with a couple thorns and horns coming out of it. By the power of the great horned rat! But I don't think it's going to connect with that.
Oh, he almost hit.
With a 5?
Almost.
Man, you are easy to hit. No, just kidding.
My AC says 20. Oh boy. Okay, so yes, I know it's my turn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, alright, it's gone now. Okay. This rat okay, so we're going straight up. So to the right is up, is that correct?
Right. You shouldn't need to worry about right. There's literally you're in a one-way pipe with this thing basically coming down your head. There's really no, you either move up into it where it's currently now in the space above you, or you move down through your allies.
That's
Like,
fine.
I'm not using the map. I'm not utilizing the map right now. This is
Gotcha. I'm gonna move up to allow some maneuverability between my allies.
you have
they
nowhere to
should be
move.
able-
There's an enemy in your way.
Where's the enemy?
It's the rat that just slid down and tried to bite you in the face.
Oh, it shows that he's 10 feet away. Something might be wrong.
Let me say again. I'm not using the map. Stop
Ah.
looking at the map.
Gotcha,
It's-
gotcha.
You didn't
Alright.
use math last time.
See, well, then I get to use my flurry of blows. Each one of these will be -2 and a -2 onto attack.
Okay.
We'll do 2 claws. So you'll have to add a -2 to each one of these.
Okay.
Boom.
Woo!
There's a
Well,
19.
for 11 damage, as you grab that one and well, how do you want to kill the first one?
I'll rip it in twain.
Rip it in twain.
Down he
And
goes.
the second attack, -2 will need to be added as well too.
That's the only rat within your reach. So
Oh.
unless you want to give me a climb roll, you could climb up and reach the others because they're only 10 feet away from you. So all you gotta do is make a decent climb, and you can climb 5 feet up and hit another one of the 2 rats.
Rip and
Right.
tear until it's
My
done.
climb's not too bad.
Yeah, that would do it. That'll give you a 4th speed, so 5 feet guaranteed. So, yeah. So go ahead and you got the other claw attack. So 22 turns into 20. That's another hit for another
With,
7.
7.
Okay, that one survives the hit, but it's not looking alright as it screeches in pain.
And Frederick will swipe his claws in the air, ridding of any visceral fluids from the first rat and second rat, and kind of grunt in disgust and be like, y'all 3 better help. And we'll end his turn.
Literally just hear back from the half-orc. Yeah, just suck it up. Let me squeeze by. Alright. You see another type of animal that seems to be kind of more bounding down more gracefully. However, it looks supremely unnatural. You have not seen one of these things before, most likely. Out of character, if you'd like to give me a knowledge arcana, you could potentially identify what the fuck you're looking at. To describe it to you, it seems to be a mix of a rat with more cat-like features on its head, except it seems to have what looks like a cluster of worms on its snout, and it's drooling something foul and yellow.
Oh, goodness.
I will put it into the chat,
Hmm.
in the notes.
That is 11.
They're fine. They just want to be pet. I'm sure they're great.
It's a happy
What
fun
the hell is
rat.
that thing?
Not a rat. Not a rat. He's not a rat.
No, he's the giant rat that makes all the rules.
All right. Who did we got? 11 and an 11. That's not a rat. It's some sort of. You know, it's a magical beast. That's all you know.
Be careful. I don't know what that is, but there's something magical about it. Be careful.
It skitters down to the same square the other one is in as it looks at you. It seems to be chattering a little bit. And does anyone here speak Aklo?
Aklo?
Double checking.
Nope.
No.
Okay. The most odd thing you see is that they also seem to be casting light wherever they look, as if flashlights are coming out of their eyes.
That's weird.
They're very weird. All right, but still, front of the target means front of. So, Stormy, that's you again, buddy. It seems to leap at you with both its jaws and claws ready. Well, that's not good. Tell me, what's your AC?
My AC currently shows a 20.
20. Okay.
I got
So-
DR.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at their damage. I'm like, I'm not certain this thing can actually get through your DR, which is wonderful because this thing hurts, but not a lot. But just it has 3 attacks and pounds. So
How do
well,
I send this to chat. I would love to send this to chat. Oh, there we go.
how much DR do you have?
10. Pierced by magic.
Tickety tock.
Oh, shut up, timer.
Oh, you actually ran out of time, so I don't take any damage.
You're not taking damage anyways because it rolled because it's like now. See, the thing is like technically because that is a magical thing. It should, but
Ouch, ouch.
at the same time, that'd only be 1 non-lethal to each. But it does seem like the glowing claws do seem to pierce, but not like the rat's one did. The rat's one clearly didn't do. If you tried to bite you, it's like that's just a rat. But it's clear these things have some sort of magical effect on their claws. But specifically, only their claws. Or no, it does say natural attacks. Excuse me. Okay, they describe it as only the claws glow, but it says they're natural attacks. Okay, but in any case, it's only dealing non-lethal, which means it's not going to bleed, so that's just 2 points of non-lethal. Which, since you're new to Pathfinder, if you don't see, there is a slot for that on your HP. So whenever you heal damage, your non-lethal will heal at the same time your regular does. Like if you had 2 damage, like it'll duplicate. So non-lethal's not that bad.
Okay, so question for you regarding this mechanic. So I just put a 2 into the non-lethal box. My current is still showing my normal.
Correct, because non-lethal only matters if it equals the remainder, or like like it's like basically has to knock you out with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all right. That is that one. So Deckel, you're up.
I'm going to. Actually, what's our marching order?
What do you want to say your marching order was? So we knew Stormy was at the front. That was that's why I said that was really the only important part, because you're in a tight tube that no one's getting past Stormy's body.
Right.
I don't think any of you is not medium.
I do remember something from last session. I went in and I remember Vanguard saying, "Oh, I'm following Stormy next."
Okay, so that would mean then Deckel is third, since I came up last, since I was fucking around outside of the thing before we climbed up.
Okay. I will just try to give verbal warnings to aid another for defense for Storm.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely doable.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it'll be a plus. That's still +1. I think it's a +2 still. It is
AC.
+2. Okay, so yeah, that gives you a +2 to AC on your next round. Or to your next attack on you. So it is only 1 attack, but still.
Whee.
I
So
can't really get anywhere, so.
I'm in the same boat, dude. I should have probably done that. I guess I'm technically holding my turn, so I technically could, but yet another one of those flashlight creatures comes down. Let's see, there's a rat and it, so yeah, there's space for 4 creatures. That means it's going to join that space too, which means any AoE that hits that square would really fuck it up. But there's now 2 of those rat-like glowy creatures and 1 normal rat all in the same square. As this one also tries to claw the shit out of you.
This is where I'd put my burning hands, if I had any.
If I had any.
One of those claws does deal 1 damage instead of 1 non-lethal, as it manages to deal 1 instead of 0.
Does that pierce my DR?
It does, because these creatures, their hands are treated as being enchanted with Ghost Touch, and Ghost Touch is a magic item.
Gotcha. Okay, so I took 1 damage, and okay, good, applied.
Alright. That's his whole turn. The hurt rat that's screaming as you ripped out most of its innards starts trying to bite your hand. And can't even get purchase on you. As then the last rat. Yes, now literally all 4 of the enemies are in the same square. The last rat plus 621, and then with the flanking goes to 23. But he unless he rolls a crit, he can't pierce your DR, and that one just kind of gnaws on you.
Nom nom nom.
That was a good Tanuki impression.
Which,
Yeah.
back,
Yeah,
are you okay?
It's a very loud
I-
sound turn order thing.
I am very sensitive to noise. I just flinch. I'm a skittish bitch.
God, I really hate the whole no throwing and squeeze, because like I have plenty of thrown weapons. I'm just looking at like Angie.
Yeah,
I mean, I just throw a rock at somebody.
I need a lung stick.
Like, if I could lunge, it'd be great, because I could technically extend my reach by 5 feet, but that doesn't help much when I need to reach 15. Because Aberrant is awesome. Oh, I know what I could do, though.
Oh.
You'd see as getting frustrated that she can't reach there. She reaches down and Nyx kind of motions forward, and Noxus slithers out between you all. And Noxus has a climb speed, so he's gonna she's gonna climb right up, and she's going to try to bite. Should she go for one of the, she'll go for one of the bigger, scary looking things. Unfortunately, she misses, but she is up there now, at least right next to you, sharing your square.
You have a snake buddy.
She's technically small size, which normally would mean she can't do that, but you guys see one interesting thing. A, she's already a snake and can already compress a little bit. And B, she seems to be able to squeeze, like, it seems like her body has an immense pliability. Like, it seems, i.e., she can basically squeeze anywhere 2 size categories smaller, which normally would be 1 already, so any 3, so she can literally squeeze anywhere that a fine creature can go. Which is like an ant.
Squish.
Yeah, go through that keyhole and see what's inside.
She technically could, but unfortunately miss, but still. Portal touch. Attack rolls and deliver touch spells. Okay, yep. That's not included on her though, so that would have been up by 2, but let me double check the sheet of these things. Their AC. That would hit. Okay, so she would have dealt some non-lethal to one of the glowy kitties, or glowy rats, they're not really kitties, but that's all I got. Vanguard.
It's your turn. What would you like to do? I love how it says my full character's name. Okay, because I still can't see anything. Where is the... Oh yeah, I forgot.
Here, you know what? Let's see. We'll
No,
turn on.
never mind. I just reminded myself. Okay, which rat is closest to me?
They're all in the same square. Technically, you could target any of them. There's one that's very bloody and is literally has its organs hanging out, but it's somehow still fighting. One that's been untouched, and 2 of the glowing rats. One of them that had a slight bite from the crate.
Let's see. All of them are good targets. The feeling that other rat is just gonna die from bleed.
Fun fact: it's not actually bleeding.
Really?
bleeding in character. It's not. It does not have a bleed effect that's taking its damage down.
Oh.
You don't get those naturally. You have to have those from a class ability. Just because you drew blood doesn't mean someone's taking more damage from bleed. Otherwise, everyone would die all the time.
That's very valid. Let's see. Might as well just take out the rat that's dying. I'm gonna swing my sword towards him.
Okay.
Since it is that sword, when would I swing?
I'm just curious how you're reaching him.
Well, it is a saber. I can just poke.
But the thing is you're climbing an event, like with no, like you'd need reach, and you also you take a penalty for swinging on that. But it's like this is a very. Now your hedging weapon, if you want to use that thing.
Yeah, I'm using my hedging weapon.
Yeah, that one doesn't care. That one will just fly up and just do what you want.
Well then, so to attack with that one, what would I use?
What did the spell say? It said it in there.
Spell saved. Takes the form.
So you can grab it and throw it. A range attack.
Standard action, you can grasp a weapon and throw it as a ranged attack within 30. On a successful hit, it deals 2d6 points of force damage to the target.
Yeah, so give me a ranged attack.
Gonna roll it.
I will say the only reason I'm allowing it because it says even if it's a weapon that can't be thrown, because that's basically saying it's using magic to be thrown. Otherwise, right now I would say you can't throw it, just like my character can't throw her shit.
Yeah.
But that's a hit. Roll
As
damage.
And it said 2.
Which were you aiming at? You were aiming at one of the glowy ones, or no? You wanted the semi-dead one to die.
Yeah, semi-dead one per just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, they deal just as much damage at 1 or at 100 HP. I love when I made a system that got rid of that. People got mad. They said that's unrealistic. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Roll. That's an 8.
That is the end of that rat. All right, after you, Stormy.
Sorry, my ADHD brain is like, ooh, pop-ups and noises, and so I apologize. So the quote-unquote flashlight rat that goes right after me.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to target it with a flurry of blows.
By all means, fuck him up.
There we go. Let's do claw. Not sure why it's saying bite. I'll have to go and change that. But a 12 and a dirty 20.
12 does not hit, however, the 20 certainly does.
Mm-hmm. Dealing 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you wound it. Feels like a pretty
Oh.
sturdy little beast.
I was hoping to kill it so that we wouldn't have an enemy going after us, but I will. Do I have any climbing room?
Unfortunately, they're directly ahead of you, so
Okay, that's fine. I was just seeing if I could push up a little bit to gain, but that's fine.
yeah, there's unfortunately still 3 creatures in that square, just kind of resting against you, and it's not a straight up incline. It's supposed to be about a 35-degree incline, so it's not horrific, but it's tight enough that it's a pain in the ass. And they're basically sliding down against you. They're smaller creatures, you could crawl over them, but they're like large cats. Alright, yeah. The thing is going to swing at you as it basically tries bite, claw, claw. That's all it can do. Actually, wait, it had a spell ability. Let's see what it does. Oh, no, that doesn't help it at all. So just constant.
Go num num num.
That's not a good roll.
Actually, it's fine, because the highest roll's a 15. Miss, miss, miss.
Yeah.
I guess you were saying not good for him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Declan. Yeah, let me just turn off the Urinax. You guys seem to hate it. You all seem to be
It's
screaming in
very-
terror whenever it comes up.
It's a little obnoxious, yes.
And it takes like a very long time for it to go away too.
Yeah, so then
Like
you can't see
you
what's
can't
going
see
on.
anything.
It's weird.
I don't know. I'm still kind of in the same position.
Oh, whoops.
God, you can make it so they run out of time. It actually ends their turn. That's horrific.
That's scary.
You only have 10 seconds. What do you? I mean, I've had players where I've had to do that, but it's like
Get him! Stab him!
timer.
I am,
Timer's
aiding,
gone. Next up is gone.
and I failed to aid. So
There's
enjoy.
still be a next up noise that plays, but it's not gonna be that.
Gotcha.
What you?
I tried to
What
aid
were you
his
doing?
attack, but I didn't.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Other Engi rat.
Oh, it's loading.
Yeah, they're just screeching and clawing at you. The last let me double check it.
It's all the blood covering their eyes.
The last dire rat. This dire rat again gets a good hit but can't pierce your DR. He just
Wow.
Yum.
Well, the 19. Wait. That's the incorrect modifier, right? That's actually higher than 19, right?
No, that's
Yeah,
But you
because
didn't
19
hit.
misses.
well, you're climbing. Like, like,
Oh, okay.
you're climbing and squeezing, so you don't get your dex, and you get a -2 to AC on top of that.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Actually, squeezing is a -4. But so it's like that's why it's like squeezing. You don't. It's basically think of it. It's what are you doing, stepbrother? Like it's like you're stuck.
Oh,
That escalated quickly.
whoa.
Except instead of that, it's murder. But they're stabbing you.
Dun, 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 dun. That's the closest I can get to doing that. Oh, that was
All
scary.
right, so this will be her using the crate. We'll let it. Actually, because the crate is actually big enough to try to constrict it, we'll have and take it. We'll actually have the crate go for the rat. Because you know what? Snakes should eat rats, even when they're bigger than normal.
Sorry.
Yummy.
She just tells Noxus to get a meal and see if it can bite and eat it.
I don't know. These are probably dirty even for rats.
He can't land or she can't land a bite anyways. And that's all I can do. I personally could aid somebody. I guess I will try to aid Stormy's next attack roll because that was a cool idea, Echo. Natural 20. If only I could attack from back here. And so it's like, but yeah, Stormy, you'll have a +2 on your next attack. Vanguard.
Hello, limbed snake. Welcome to
Hello.
chat. We have
Still
a
has it.
snake to see the snake.
Schnick. Okay, so I do have a quarterstaff. How long is it? Or actually, how far away are the rats from me?
10 feet.
10 feet? So I'm gonna
In
have to
time
fly
with the
more.
enclosed space, so you still take a penalty to swing, unless it's a stabbing implement, which point then you take less.
Let's see, I think it's a bonk weapon.
Yeah, that is a bludgeoning. That is not a piercing.
Yep, that is a bonk weapon.
Quarterstaff equals stick. That's why it's free.
Yeah, bonk bonk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me think.
As for a quarterstaff, it's the carved shit you see, like walking stick. You wouldn't deprive an old man of his walking stick, now would you?
Exactly,
That was
unfortunately.
not a quarterstaff. That was not. That's the light of Illidan.
To be fair, this is the only thing she can do, unless I want to. I have only 3 spell slots, and everything else is for healing. Wait a minute. Hey, Stormy.
Eh?
How?
Eh?
This is actually a question for both Stormy and the DM, but how? What's the word I'm looking for? Is Stormy like right in front of me, like I can't squeeze behind him?
You can't what behind him. You can see around him.
Okay.
Think of it. You're all in a McDonald's play place. Stormy's
no.
big butt is in the front, and there's some little kids trying to stab him in the face with pencils. That's what you're
Oh, no.
dealing with. It's like
Just
you can see them doing it, but you can't squeeze past Stormy.
We're all just she's just mumbling. Why did we pick the biggest person to go first?
Because he's also the toughest.
Yeah, to be fair, like if anyone else were in front, you'd probably be unconscious by now. Because
Fair.
they've dealt like 28 damage, but it's all just getting eaten up by the fucking DR.
Are these considered evil creatures?
Sorry, what?
Check against evil creatures. I was looking at what my Halo can do, because against evil creatures. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna swing the damn thing.
Unfortunately, a quarterstaff doesn't have reach, I don't believe.
Fair.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Read magic, purify food and drink, hedging weapons. I could do another hedging weapon, but I'm scared of using all my spells.
But I think when you throw it, the hedging weapon went away, doesn't it? Isn't that what it said? So that means your hedging weapon, I think you only have one at level 1.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to cast it again.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you can hard cast it again.
I would say save it, but personally.
Yeah. Let's see. Stormy, how much damage have you taken?
2 non-lethal and 1 normal. I'm very good, by the way.
Anybody else needs healing?
No.
Well, I'm just gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna grab a rock and throw it at him.
That time you were in a cell with I'd say in here you're in a metal vent. I don't know there's
Oh,
like
yeah,
many
shit.
rocks. Like there's a difference between like a cell with like rubble in it and the inside of a furnace.
I mean,
They're
God,
in the
I'm gonna
same
have to...
position as us. We can't do shit.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm gonna hold. Sorry, cursive.
This is a shit situation. It's like if
I can't think of anything. Sorry for wasting the time.
you're fine.
I need pocket sand.
I could
I
say
know one solution, but it's out of character, and my character wouldn't think of it because it's a meta one. Because it's like I know the situation seems dire, but it's like that's not dire. You're fine. But
Yeah.
Stormy, you're up. You have a +2 to your first attack this round.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I thought I turned that off.
There's 2 pop-ups now. There's
Oh,
a big
no.
red one and a big white pop-up.
It's a,
I can't see.
instead of a big
okay.
dark blur, I see a big white blur.
Yeah. So so kind of under the table, if we can't do anything, would we be able to take the... So it's either the assist action, or it's helping out with their defenses. What's the aid with defense action called?
That's what Deckle did to you, where they gave you the +2 to the next AC, and then the guy rolled a 6. And then the one
Yeah.
I just did was the aiding your accuracy, which was the aid to attack, which was the which technically they only got to be within reach of your weapon, which they technically are for me. Where
Yeah.
it's because like you don't actually have to make a swing to do that. Because
What's the mechanic called? Because in like
Aid another.
5e, it's like 8. Oh, okay, aid another. Very good. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to attack that same one, which goes after me with flurry of blows. Doing what I do best, unless you would allow a bull rush to try to move them back.
see, I'd allow a bull
Like
rush, but
gain
there's 3
ground.
there's 3 of them there, so you could technically do it to 3 creatures, and they're not actually hitting each other. They're sharing a square. So technically, yeah, you could try to knock all 3 of them back.
How much distance would I have to knock them back in order to get us all out of the pipes?
Out of the pipes, you don't even know if that's the end of it up there.
Ooh,
But
okay, not worth it then. //
But you could try to get them back. Oh, yep, there you go.
Sorry, I'll reroll. That's an
Who are you
11 to
who are you
hit.
slashing at?
It's the same one as before.
Okay, so
That's an 11 to hit, and then a... Ooh, that's even worse. A 7 to hit.
so your claws connect with the metal sides of the wall, but not with the flesh of the beast.
Actually, I'm sorry. The first one is a 13 to hit.
Oh, good point. Let me double check. That might actually make the difference. No, unfortunately, it's
Yeah,
still
that's
a
fine.
miss.
I just realized something.
What's
Hmm.
up?
If I may
Oh, it'll
ask.
affect next combat. So next combat it won't be on. Continue, sorry.
No, you're good. I can't even do this until my next turn, but I did want to ask. I do have the spell Sun Metal. Do I have to... I have to touch the weapon to apply it to it. Does that
Correct.
count to someone's natural claws?
Correct. It would be that claw, or their teeth, or their tail.
Stormy, you want some fire claws in the next turn?
It'd be a fire claw. It doesn't affect both of them.
Fire claw. Stormy?
He probably stepped away after his turn.
Oh, I didn't. Damn it. Oh, BRB.
Yeah.
Ah! I didn't do it.
What the heck?
Okay. What?
I don't know. It's popping up errors that I'm trying to do something and I didn't touch anything.
No, that was me. I turned on Concentrator because it's something that automatically, if you take damage while you have a concentrating spell on, it'll automatically tell you to concentrate.
Oh, okay.
It'll literally pop up a thing saying you need to concentrate, you took this much damage, here's your DC.
That's useful.
And it also, when we turn on conditions, like if I tell you that you're blinded, and then I turn on your token, it'll automatically apply to your character sheet.
Oh, that's so useful. I love Foundry so much.
Well, Deco, I know, it sucks.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My mom just called. Yeah, I typed it in the chat. I didn't know if y'all saw it or not.
Yeah, no worries, man. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Sorry, my mom was just calling.
Moms do that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do you want a fire claw, a sun metal claw next turn?
Wouldn't be opposed to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, try not to get hit, buddy.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but my dad is just blaring country music from the living room.
Also, this
All right.
language thing is still buggy for me. I can't read common.
You can't read common?
It only shows 2 languages in my language list, even though on my sheet it shows 5.
You should be able to read it automatically. Like, if I'm speaking common, you should, like...
Yeah, I just don't see. I get gobbledygook.
So that says gobbledygook to you?
Yep.
What the fuck? Alright, I'll see if I can... Well, here, one second. Let me take care of my things here. Alright, other kitty... I keep thinking that... Well, that's because they're kitties in a different system, but this creature is gonna... Oh my god. Still slashing at you. Oh. Ooh, that one actually does manage to get 2 damage through on you, Frederick.
Yep. Non-lethal or lethal?
That one's lethal.
Okay.
You'll only ever get 1 non-lethal with... Basically, if you have DR that reduces something to 0, you still take 1 non-lethal. It's basically the bruise. And so, it's basically just a guarantee, unless you're immune to non-lethal. In which point, then you take nothing. Like, undead are immune to non-lethal. So.
It looks like you're rolling as Deckle right now.
Yeah, because I have Deckle targeted.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I could fix Deckle's thing. But... Oh, also, it's because it was their turn. Technically, I didn't hit next turn because... Well... Alright. Diarrhea. Let's see if this guy gets 3 hits in a row. This guy's just... He's a champion. No, actually, I'm not going to have him do that because he's still a... He's going to jump up in effectively, not that he's smart enough to truly do a dirty trick, but what I'm going to say thematically is he goes for your face. He's trying to blind you. And suddenly the rat is biting onto your wrist, and suddenly looks up at you with little angry eyes and just... It's like, little shit. But I don't think that's going to hit your CMB, because the CMB is only a 3, so a 13. I'm fairly certain you crush that.
Oh, you're rolling against my combat defense?
Against your CMD, yes. Combat Maneuver Defense.
Yeah. I have a 20 for that.
Okay. So, on a failed dirty trick, that means that he's going to... And he failed by over 5 on you, so he triggers. So.
Alright, I will make a claw attack against him. That is, I guess without flurry of blows, that is a 16 for 5 damage.
So apply it.
And I do have a whatever sun claw. What was that?
Oh, I have to do that my next turn. Sorry.
Oh,
about that.
got it. Okay.
But still, you cause a spurt of blood and it just slam it into the side as it like tries to butt at you and you swat him down. Alright, let's try. We'll let my snake go for that same one since he just got hit. Come on, snake, get a bite. +1, +4, 15. That will hit. So 6. 2 plus again 4, so 6. Yeah, so you'd actually see as the crate actually bites down onto the downed rat. It's not even entirely dead, but as it bites down, the rat seems to be passing out. As then the crate starts swallowing it. I'll have him send his move for her move action to swallow it whole. This big old bulge in the very stretchy snake.
Nice work.
Be another dead rat. Love plus dead. All right, and then I'll try to aid your next attack again. Natural 1. Sorry, this doesn't hurt you. Man, this fucking combat, dude. Vanguard.
Sorry, I was mimicking that.
I gathered.
Okay, so I am going to cast Sun Metal on Stormy's Claw.
Do it. Do it to it.
Got it.
All right.
I can actually
So
do
it's a D4.
something.
It's a D4 more damage every time it hits, and it casts light as a torch, I believe. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a good one. Lasts like quite a while actually, compared to like Flames of the Faithful. But Flames of the Faithful does more damage, but technically Sun Metal and Flames of the Faithful both stack.
Ooh, I didn't know those two stacked.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Frederick
thematically, she's just gonna kind of, I guess, maneuver her way underneath his arm and just stretching as far as she can until her fingers. Like,
you gently caress the inside of his palm, and then suddenly it's glowing. You see something interesting. Whenever the Zoog looks at your claw is glowing blue. It seems that their flashlight eyes illuminate magical things.
Oh. That's interesting.
All right. Stormy, you're up.
Frederick is absolutely freaking out. Like, what the heck? Just trying to shake out his claw with the
No,
flames.
it's okay. It won't hurt you.
And we'll make the flurry of blows against the Zoog.
Make sure to call out when you're using the Sun Metal Claw, so we know which one is the one that has it, because it's only one weapon.
Okay. So this will be my claw with the Sun Metal for this attack. And
also, you should be able to click to get rid of the thing. Ooh, nice roll.
Is.
That is a good one.
So that's a 6, and then I owe you another D4.
Correct.
Oh, no, not 2. How do I get rid of...
Right-click it. You'll get rid of one.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Plus
nice damage. Another...
Woohoo!
That one goes down. So, yeah, as your claw like sinks into that one, along with the extra damage, that one just seems to kind of split open a bit, and it screams a bit and fights, but then falls.
Got one more attack. This one is with a -2. Will a 5... Oh, no. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll also hit.
For 9 damage.
That one's still up, but he's not looking alright.
Ooh. And there's no, that's on my next, I can't use it for the same claw for my flurry of blows.
Technically, you could. Yeah, flurry of blows could be literally, you could just be like, elbow, elbow, elbow.
Oh, nice.
Boonga,
I'm
boonga.
gonna roll that. There we go, for an additional 1.
Hell yeah. He's hanging on, but only just.
Perfect. Alright, that will end my turn.
Alright, we'll put it over to Deckel.
Yeah, be careful.
God.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Sorry, guys. I know this is very. I see one way that this could have been made a little easier on you guys, but it's nothing on my end. So it's just kind of a, welp, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. Sorry, just double checking. So yeah, it's just panicked and screeching as it's trying to fight its way. Kind of, it looks like it's trying to back up away from you, but it's still basically full on attacking, and looks like it's effectively trying to 5-foot step back. Since it does have a climb speed, it could technically do that, but we'll see how its attacks go. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh lordy.
That 25 is going to hit. That's the bite, so that's a D3 instead of. The bite's not as strong as the claws. So 2 minus 2, so 1 non-lethal.
I'm still pretty good health-wise.
That brings us back around. I know there's a way to remove these dead guys from the initiative, but it doesn't seem to be letting me.
Huh.
But alright, yeah. Go Gadget Snake. She's got a big ol'. And she misses. Oh,
Aw.
Vanguard. Oh yeah, and I'll try to aid you on your next attack there again, Stormy. And another natural 1. I'm amazing.
Y'all need to stop that.
No +2 for you.
Stop
Vanguard.
Hello.
I mean, after nothing, Vanguard, do you have a damaging cantrip?
No.
Oracles don't get much of that.
No.
Yeah, they do. They get 2.
I guess she didn't take that one.
This is what happens when I focus on roleplay more than combat. But yeah, I'm just gonna do what Deckle does. Stormy, how do you say your character's name, just so I don't mess it up?
Frederick.
You know what you could do if you wanted, Vanguard, if you want something a little bit, Virtue is something you can do.
Virtue?
It's a spell that you took, and you can reach Frederick.
Tiny surge
Or
of
am I
light.
going by Gronk? Was I going by Gronk or Frederick?
You said that was their nickname, but then, like, we keep saying Frederick.
True.
You know what?
I can
Let's
Virtue.
just go with Gronk for now.
Drunk.
I know.
Virtue gives them 1 temporary hit point. It's not amazing, but, you know, if you got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I just worry about spells.
You don't lose level 0 spells, hun. You get infinite
Oh,
of
they're
those.
cantrips! I'm stupid.
Those
There we
4
go.
spells you can do 1,000,000 times, and it doesn't matter.
Woohoo! Virtue!
1 free temporary hit point. Considering they're dealing 1 point of a time at him, like in most cases, maybe 2. That's actually really good right now.
Oh yeah,
Yay!
I'll take it. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, which
Get him,
puts us
Frederick!
to Stormy. And yeah, it looks like it'll affect it on the next combat. We'll be rid of those, hopefully.
I'm just so
Do
cocky.
I have a +2 from Deckle? Did that 12 land? for
Deckle did,
my-
yes. Deckle gave you a +2 on your next one. Your second attack won't be getting 1 from me because I rolled a natural 1.
All right. Well,
Or Deckle, did you do it? You did AC or did you do?
I did AC.
Okay, so Deckle's is to your armor. The first attack against you gets a +2.
Yeah, which has already
okay, that's
happened.
fine. Do I still have some metal?
Yeah, it's still on that. That's minutes of level. So right now it's a minute, so 10 rounds, so
Oh,
9
wait.
rounds left.
Oh, okay. I read the duration as 1 round per level.
Was it 1 round? I thought it was.
Yeah, duration 1 round per level. See text.
Interesting. Because the submetal I have is minutes of level.
This damage is not multiplied in the case of...
In any case,
No?
it's so that means they actually know it'd be gone then.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
fine.
it's definitely
In any case, bang bang.
Talk about Seabass.
Hey, that'll land.
That'll land.
Probably. I don't think that will.
Luckily, your first one does take it out of the fight and takes you out of combat.
In turn. and I'm assuming my temp HP will drop. So let's see what virtue says.
After a minute, yeah.
After 1 minute. All right, let me know when I take it off. Just in case.
That takes you out of combat. So you guys are.
Gronk will turn around and just say, "I fucking hate rats."
They're not very good.
No. All right, I guess we better keep climbing.
Yes.
So the little snake next to you looks at you and just like, not for nothing, but you're going to want to get checked after this. Rats generally carry disease. It's one thing if you eat them and are like, and she just sticks out a tongue. But yeah, I would certainly get checked on those bites.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me take a look at them. Is it
Not
a heal
now,
check
not
or-
in the middle of the club.
You're gonna fall off the pipe.
There's not even light in here. She just seems to slither up.
What's he mean? I can see perfect.
You just hear her laugh and just like, whatever.
Isn't
All
My
right,
halo?
climb check.
did my halo go out?
Your halo's still on.
She's just poking at her own halo.
I'm making a climb check, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, you guys could take 10 or even take 20 on the well, 20 could potentially fall, but you could take 10 on the climb. So as long as and it's only a 5 check, so it's like as long as you don't have a -5, which would be very hard to do, not impossible with armor at level 1. But you don't have to worry about making checks. But when you're not in combat, so you guys shimmy your way up. I will illuminate the rest of this room for everyone else who's.
Shimmy, shimmy.
We'll add light to the angel because that'll help.
Needs to be lighting.
What can I say? I really do adore ASMRs. They're one of my favorites.
All right, so you come out of this into what is a large iron boiler, and the door's already open, and seems like it's been just kind of ripped and chewed open, which is a bit impressive. There's pipes piercing the walls and ceiling, shadows and rust filling narrow gaps between the cold tanks, and yeah, you can see what looks like a couple well-eaten bodies in here that are down to pretty much the bone and very heavily chewed.
Have they been feasting on
Apparently.
these the whole time?
I wouldn't call it feasting. There's 2 bodies.
Oh, I thought there was a bunch.
I mean,
more.
they were feasting. To them, it's a feast.
But what made a huge hole in the boiler?
I guess the rats.
Rats
Yes,
can
they're-
eat through cast iron?
I mean, those
Well.
other ones seem to be glowing with stuff. They seem to even dent the gargoyle.
Fair.
Speaking of, are you alright?
Never been fucking better. I'm stuck in a goddamn smoke chute with rats assailing my face.
You guys made up into this room. You can actually, like you guys are in this room. That's what
Yes.
Yes. And Deckle just zooms.
You might want to try a heal.
It's a good time to look over the wounds, I suppose.
Take 10, take 20.
If you could take 10 on it to take 20 heal check. Yeah, there's no chance of failure. I don't see why you couldn't take 20 on the heal check. Are you trained in it though? Because look at that.
I am not trained in it. I just got a +2 because I think I.
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah, because
What's
it shows it on there what you can get to your normal DC. Okay, so you can get to anything under 20. Okay, go ahead. I
Yeah.
need you to roll. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successful. So I need 5 fort saves from you at this stage. I know that sucks, but
Is there any way I can help since heal is one of my class
Fort
skills?
saves.
Sure,
I think
but-
save.
let's get the narration for him done first.
Oh.
1,
Apologies.
2.
Actually, you know what? I see a 1. We're already good because you can't get it more than once.
Ah,
So, you can certainly tell that you are. I mean, let me just double check this from an advocacy standpoint. I assume gargoyles don't have immune to disease. I don't believe they do.
I don't remember seeing that unless
It's pretty rare to
what's
see
that?
on the race. It's not unheard of. I think rat
Purity of
folk get it.
mind and body. No, I don't think I have purity of mind and body yet at this level.
Yeah, so you can tell that it looks like your flesh has bubbled up somewhere. Some of them, not so much like where the Zoogs nod on you, and it's just like, oh, that definitely looks infected of some sort, which means you've probably caught some sort of disease. You'd be able to recognize it as the precursor to filth fever. Basically, you know that it's gonna surge up, and filth fever, I believe, is a day.
Permission to look this up out of character?
Filth fever? Yeah, you can look up filth fever. That's fine.
Okay, just making sure.
Since he has the knowledge, I mean, you technically might too with your roll, but since he got it, you would know. Yeah, it takes a day to come, a D3 days to come online. After that, it's going to hit you once a day, and it's going to basically make it hard to move, and it's going to start stopping your heart. And you need 2 consecutive saves, but it's a particularly easy save. But otherwise, unlike poisons, they don't have a set duration, which means it can kill you. It can just keep going until you die.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Hey, Asamar.
Yes?
You don't happen to have any of that holy magic, do you?
Unfortunately, my magic is not very powerful. I'm sorry.
Alright, well. What about you, Faye?
What are you looking at?
Nexus? No.
Snake.
Shoot.
Noxus. The snake.
Noxus.
Yeah, the snake is Noxus. She looks up at you and she's like, most of my magic comes from them, and we don't really have a ton of magic yet, no. But we do seem to be in some sort of hospital, so I would say maybe they have something that we can find, so that maybe they didn't plumb all their own supplies.
If we find some medicine and maybe some antiseptic, I might be able to treat it.
Well, I
would
happen
know
to
that-
know a doctor, but I'd rather not go that route right now.
Nyx just laughs as she just looks. She's like, "Yeah, I don't think you and her really hit it off." But at the same time, what a way to bond, right?
Maybe we'll find a dentist or something.
You'll be a dentist.
I had a weird dream about a dentist in the space. He exploded at the end.
What the hell is just standing in a room? Like, what do you mean space?
I don't
mean like the
know.
heavens?
Yeah, he was among the stars.
Okay, there's a difference between out of character. The heavens refers to Elysium. Dark tapestry is what you're referring to. Dark
I
tapestry is the void of
apologize. I
space.
thought they had awareness of space.
They do. It's called the dark tapestry, though.
I'm a dumbass.
It's literally they see it as evil because it is because Cthulhu's up there.
Well, he was in the dark tapestry and he exploded at the end.
That's what happens when you go to the dark tapestry. You just hear Noxus. She's not entirely wrong.
I mean, he was in this giant ship thing.
That's crazy
Sorry.
talk.
How do you sail to the dark
Mine-
tapestry?
I'm not sure. My dreams are not.
Well,
If you look
I
closely,
guess-
you can see she has dark circles under her eyes.
I guess we should just stay frosty then and keep on going.
Just so you know about your nice. Stay frosty, guys. Lovely.
Fist bump starting.
So you know about your heal check. What you can do is once a day you can give them a check that gives them a free check against it. The failures won't count against them if they fail, and then your check is their actual roll. So basically, you roll a heal check, and if you hit the save, that means that the next day when they roll, if they got it, they'd cure it. That's basically you taking care of them. That's what having a doctor does for you.
Is that something I can do right now, or is that something I can do later?
You can technically do it now. It takes about 10 minutes to an hour. I'd say 10 minutes for this one. It would be applying antiseptic if you have the right stuff, and generally a healer's kit helps. If one of you bought a healer's kit, it doesn't eat a charge to do it, but it is considered masterwork tools if you have it. But otherwise, you can do it yourself. But keep in mind, same thing like what you saw in the other one. Take a -5 to do it to yourself, unless you have items that negate that.
I have
So-
soap.
Soap would be, I would say that would qualify as relative gear for cleaning it out. It does also sound like Vanguard has it, so you may want to have her do it for you, since, like I said, taking care of it yourself, even if you have the skill, -5 is pretty substantial at level 1.
Alright, here you go, Seraphina.
Alright,
Alright.
well, let's set up some guard for the door if we're gonna do this.
Can we? Is there any antiseptic around that we can find?
He just handed you soap.
Oh, I didn't even see it here. Don't know why I didn't hear that. What the hell? All right, this might sting a little, so sorry. Let's see. right? Too bad, so that was a 15.
Yeah, that would count as one successful save. So if you make your fortitude save when it comes online, then it'll just be gone. So
Wonderful.
which we won't know how it is, and I don't reveal that one, so I'll do that roll right now so it's done. But it could be 1 day, it could be 2 days, could be 3 days. So we'll just roll it right here. Okay.
Are there any bandages or any cloth we can wrap it around to keep the cut clean?
You just see Nyx kind of rubbing her temple, and she's like, I feel like we should have taken that from the bodies and piles of clothes and extra cloth downstairs.
I mean, we were in a rush to leave with a crazy person.
Yes, we can find some more help as we go down the road. We ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let us go into the unknown. Oh, there we
Shortly
go.
after you open the door, but not in response to you doing it, as you kind of step on the ground, you do hear coming from this direction what sounds like screams.
Ah!
What am I seeing to the south of me? This
This?
guy in the shadows.
Oh, you don't see. Oh shit, that's supposed to be a. I thought I put a visual wall there. There's a barricade there. You don't see that,
Okay.
I didn't mean to close the
but
door.
you see what looks like a very man-made barricade.
All right.
Why can't I go through the door? There you go.
And I heard a scream from north.
Which, to that degree, though, actually, you probably would see as suddenly the guy kind of climbs up on the barricade and looks that way, and suddenly sees you lot as he draws out a sword. Says, "Who are you?"
I don't know, to be completely honest, but I seem to be a gargoyle by the name of Gronk. Who are you?
You can see as he shouts to the other guards, just we got more here, guys. And some other guards move up, and it seems they move up with crossbows as 3 more line up on the wall, and they all just seem to train their crossbows on you.
Wait.
We're not firing. You just stay back. You don't need to come closer. Just
You tell us what's happening. We woke up in the basement and to climb out of there.
Well, I suppose we can talk a little bit because if you would already if you're making it up, you would already know this part. I suppose we have a bit of a doppelganger issue. Quite a few of them actually. So random people we haven't met that look pretty normal.
Yes, I think the doctor down there was one of them.
Wasn't she a weird doppelganger though?
Yeah.
How can I know that you're not shapeshifters?
I don't know if with some sort of magic.
That's a good question, actually. How do you prove we're not shapeshifters?
We could bring me back a few dead doppelgangers. They seem to all get along and work together. Maybe we'll rethink your side then.
I mean, out of character, can doppelgangers in Pathfinder, they can mimic the traits of any race, right?
Correct.
So
Well,
they would...
usually they have limits, but the ones that you saw her literally not only use a troll, which is usually harder, or a higher grade doppelganger, but she did it without losing her form, which means the doppelgangers here might be crazy strong.
That's incredible. So I can't even use any traits.
Seen a lot of death and unexplainable things in the last few days, so trust doesn't really come easily.
That's fair. Are there any medical supplies in this hall, do you know?
As if you didn't know. He just says this, it's clear he has a bit of paranoia about it.
My friend got bit by some rats.
We've scavenged what we can, maybe you have more. We have some of it. If you manage to prove to us that you're not one of them, then maybe we'll share some.
Very well.
Are those weird tentacle-faced rats common here?
Zoogs? No.
Where are we? Where is this hospital located?
Very convincing.
Whatever.
For the love of Desna, I'm not lying.
You just literally see just a look of Nyx as she looks at Nox, and you just hear Nox's sweet voice just like, "No, that'll make you look worse. You attack them, they're going to shoot you with crossbow bolts."
Why would I attack them?
I'm talking to her. She points.
The
at
snake
with
is
her tail.
talking to her, Master.
Don't worry, this is all in character. Sorry, Christoph.
No, I understand. Did you just say one of you is talking to a snake? And like quite yes, they're talking to me. Hello, I'm a talking snake. Can you doppelgangers do that? He like shares a look with the others and just like they might be able to, as I just kind of like, and you just hear just the by the stars above. Okay. Well, we have one doppelganger we can go kill if you guys really want. Otherwise, wait, we've only seen one.
I mean, we've only seen one person. Well, there was another guy, but she kind of killed him.
I wonder if he was a doppelganger.
I don't know. When they died, did they like turn back into something, or how would you even know?
The guards kind of smirk a bit and just said, "There's ways to check."
Oh, okay.
I suppose if you are looking for other ones, there's a laundry not far that way to the north. You can clear it out. We know that they were up that direction.
Yeah. Okay. I guess
We know we hit more than a few of them.
I guess we're moving on then.
If you guys want, you could try to convince them without it anyways, or you could just take their offer at the thing. It's like either way, because they might listen, but
Not gonna be me.
Seems like no one's really trying to like push the issue.
Well, I know that actions are louder than words in these types of situations, but could you perhaps lend us some medical aid before we do so? I fear that I may not come back from this fight.
He just looks at you and just said, "If you come back, we will tend what we can, but we're not promising any magic. We have what we have. We need to ration it."
Understood.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'd suggest fighting a bit on the defensive side, friend.
yes. Well, you said that they were up there to the what was it, right?
Straight down that hallway, there's a laundry not far up, and there were some up there.
All right.
Looking at the walls, these
Wrong way.
doors or rooms have any kind of labels?
I mean, if all else fails, I can just rip my
Not so
dress
much,
up.
no. Oh, I didn't need to lock that door. Looking at the one on right near you, that you can see light coming from out there, so it looks like it goes outside.
All right. Well, come, barbarian.
Would you like me to lead? Seem to be a bit.
Well, I don't think that either one of us should lead. Well, alone. I would like you by my side if you can.
As you wish.
Fair enough.
Can we move as a group without just kind of...
Yeah, usually I basically kind of like what we did before, where it's like one person is the declared leader, wherever you move is where everyone else is moving. As long as everyone's okay with doing that and you have a marching order, I am perfectly fine with that.
Can we make some active perception rolls?
Sure, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for any enemies or specifically listening for something that might be on the other side of these doors that might burst out and try to attack us.
Since you were asking about ones, the doors on your right do say storage.
Okay.
Oh, should we check here for supplies?
It's a 25 for listening.
It's not locked, is it?
I don't know. Can you check it, Frederick?
Oh,
Pull
sure.
out and let's see, what weapon should we have ready? What's a good one for general combat? Spike chain, heavy flail. That sounds like fun.
Actually, no, scimitar. Give me that crit.
I know which one I'm using.
Hmm?
Sledgehammer.
All right. Do I hear anything on the other side of that door with my roll of 25?
Every so often, it seems like you hear something moving within there, like just like a tittering of gravel or something, scraping noises. No real voices, but definitely something moving.
Hey, there's something in there. I think it might be alive. Shall we open it and force it between us?
Another rat.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
All right, come up here, barbarian.
She just readies her bonk stick.
She's right next to the
basically.
door.
Can you have her kind of like right next to me so that whatever comes out will be in between of all of us?
That?
Yeah, that'll work. Cool. And I will open the door. Boop. Oh shit.
Yeah, looking in, you'd see as there's this massive fire hose-sized centipede that seems to have noticed your noises outside as well as it seemed to be kind of slightly scraping at the door. It's no more ready for you as you are to it, though, as you rip it open and see it.
Close the door!
Well, you could if you win initiative, but we'll see if it wins initiative. So, let me just get it on there, and then I'll grab you guys. Doot, doot, doot. And yeah, Noxus would be up here too. So let me back onto the combat. And go ahead and roll initiative, folks. Well, ignore what it's saying, because I hit go too early.
Why am I rolling high for initiative?
The centipede was like, hey, I want a nom.
Yummy.
Oh, and then I need one.
You just hear a shrill scream from the ASMR woman. It's like, it's a centipede!
It's just a bug.
So,
Oh,
sure enough, it surges out. Unfortunately, since no one else beat it on initiative, it's not going to take an attack of opportunity for that. But, well, it'll choose between the three of you. 1, 2, 3, typewriter style. Let's see. Okay, let me change the initiative so that we're on the right one.
typewriter style. That just brought back an old memory.
Why is it not doing it? Oh my god, ignore it. Sorry. Alright, I rolled a 2, which is my character. And then, yeah, Noxus would be back on her, so let me just move her up there.
Stormy's dancing in chat.
Stormy's dancing in chat, what? Alright,
Yeah.
So... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm sitting here trying to look at the thing, I realize, wait, I have all the sheets made for all my characters this time. It's great. Oh no, you little shit! Don't you go critting me, you little shit! Okay, you didn't confirm, it's fine.
1 damage.
Okay, so it's an immediate
Imagine
attack.
critting yourself.
Foundry just crashed my Discord?
Oh,
I think
oh
it did.
no.
Oh my god!
You guys want to see a nice fortitude bonus? I forget how I did this on a barbarian, but oh my god, it's glorious. Look at that fat bonus at level 1.
Boom.
Yeah, let's go.
Ooh.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's
oh,
higher
that's
against poisons too. 'Cause it's another +4 against poison, so she's just sitting here like, is it bites into her and deals 1 damage, and she just... Oh, shit. Alright. And damage applied. Speaking of, okay, she has her scimitar out. I guess I'll two-hand that and give that a nice swing. She calls out that there's another one right behind it, so she can see it from her angle.
Perfect.
And she's two-handing, so 1.5 times. Yeah, and in one swing, as she goes to swing it, she literally just chops the thing in half.
Oh.
I mean, they're made of goo. They're not exactly sturdy. Oh, look at the blood! Oh my
Also-
god!
Hmm.
Ugh. That's fitting. Ichor everywhere.
Squirt.
Vanguard.
Let's see.
Actually, I suppose she'll move in after her to try to make sure nobody like gets hit by it. She'll just step up right there.
Where's the other one?
And she's pointing in the room.
The other one's in the room?
She nods. She's pointing her sword at it.
Let's see, who's next in initiative?
You.
No, after me.
Deckle.
Deckle, do you have a weapon?
Yes.
What type of weapon you got?
I have a very large sledgehammer.
Also
If
good
I-
for bugs.
If I may, since you're going next, I am going to reach up, bonk the sledgehammer. You have sun metal now.
Ooh. Alright, extra crispy centipede, potentially.
Let me...
Yes. But I don't know where to go to it.
You don't know where to go to it?
Oh, I know.
Why did I think that was
In
a
there
cantrip? Oh, okay,
somewhere.
I'm living with my consequences.
Deckle, what you can see, just so you can show it, because like where it is square-wise still matters. I'm going to move this here so you see it. It's there, but watch its movement. It's actually in the square north of that. Basically, when you look in there too, as you see in there, you can see that there's basically a valley between that and the north room. And it looks like the centipedes are moving between it. Basically where the ground is torn up.
Okay.
And you can see
Also,
the centipede notice.
oh, that pop-up was on my screen forever.
What pop up?
The turn pop-up.
I don't know. I disabled it and it's disabled on my end, then I don't get why it's not working.
Um,
Yeah. So it basically has a light bit of cover, but literally only light cover.
Alright, so I can't actually still see it. Can I hit it from here or do I have to step up?
Yeah, you can hit there.
Okay.
It's actually in the square northeast of you. It's just you can see it because it's basically a hole under the wall.
Alright. Well, I'm going to put the hammer down.
Do it. You want to see me put the hammer down? Oh,
That's gonna
Get
single.
him!
dear God in heaven and you! Oh my God! Baseline damage 18, going to 36, plus the D4. These
Oh,
things only have like 8 hit points.
how did you get?
Shinigami style.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's just eviscerated.
That's literally just pop. That's like somebody stepping on a caterpillar.
Oh, why? The poor caterpillar.
Still not enough blood. Make sure you guys out of combat.
I don't like centipedes.
Well, there's not much left of one.
Good hit.
Thank you.
Well, let's see if we can find anything of use in here. Do I find any, do I find any supplies?
Yeah, go ahead and give me perceptions. You can see what you find in these ones. It looks like it's been picked over, but it looks like there's still a fair bit of stuff between the two.
Alright, perceive. I'm checking out the body.
You're like, ooh,
10.
Ichor. Luckily, it just determines order-wise. Okay, and so between you two searching the bottom, you manage to find, with those two rolls, you find a lantern, you find another sledgehammer, ironically enough, and 3 winter blankets. You hear her talking from the other side of the wall as you see the shadows moving, as you hear Nyx is simply just saying I have 10 feet of chain, as you hear her taking that set of manacles. I have some blankets and a necklace.
Fair enough. Chain might be handy.
Oh, I'm wrapping it around my arm right now. Manacles too.
Yes.
I don't have a set of keys for the manacles.
He comes up and holds out the other sledgehammer to the barbarian.
She points to the one that's on her back,
Ah,
among
fair.
many other weapons. I have that and a crowbar. I'm good. Maybe the
see, we
gargoyle.
think alike.
I like breaking things.
I find, well, I don't even know exactly. I don't remember a whole lot, but apparently I'm handy with this. Frederick, do you want one?
I think I prefer my claws. Thank you.
Fair enough.
I already did. Love you. Good night.
Good night.
We love you too. No, just kidding.
What about
You
you,
say it loud
Azamar?
enough, they might actually hear you.
I'm not trying to actually disturb your family. I'm just having fun because.
Nah. My mom likes y'all.
Aw.
What about you, Azamar? Do you want one of these hammers?
I don't think I can lift that.
Oh, manacles come with the key if they list the other. Okay, so you have the key. That's good.
Ah, okay.
Why
fair.
am I not able?
Me just
Yes.
staring at my 0 constitution modifier.
Strength would be more telling, but yes. He just drops the other sledgehammer behind him. Not
They
on
are
the
quite
snake.
heavy to carry around.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want any of those ones, feel free to add them to your list off the item ones of those. She holds out the blanket or the necklace, and she's like, "Might be worth some gold." I'm grabbing the more useful things. If anyone wants the necklace.
Hey, girls.
Okay, I can dash it away in my bag for later.
So our down tarnished old silver necklace, and its value looks to be somewhere in the vicinity of 5 gold.
Okay.
I can find some more just. More battle music. I just want. Why is that? I just want scary sounding music. Gosh, jeez. There we go.
Scary music.
Well, where to now?
Oh, he said there was a laundry or something down there, right?
Indeed. So yeah, Storm, if you want to move, and then I will just. If you see something, feel free to call out. Otherwise, okay. Give me a perception.
Ooh. Hold on. Perception. Still getting used to this new sheet.
Actually, now I'll give one for my gal too because she's at the front. And actually, and we're
sorry.
marching, so anyone can. So, this isn't just Stormy up there. This is all of us. Actually, to reflect that too, I will move things properly up as where they are. I don't think I drag anymore. Game.
Game.
Can't drag the window. Kind of irritating. Don't know what happened. Oh, it's because I'm on the character sheet one because I need my right click. So I'm on that tab. I can't drag. That makes sense. Okay, so let me get my sheets. Great. Burns. She has a 5. Okay. Well, hers is already high enough, so she'll call it out, but we'll roll just in case. Okay, she doesn't, but... So, this is actually Noxus in this case. Noxus manages to call out and alert you all just a creepy crawly, crawly hand, as it seems like a little, was it thing or cousin it? I can't remember which one it is. It's just
The thing.
falling out of the rubble and coming your direction.
Is that a hand?
But so that's going to be initiatives. You
Oh
also
my God!
hear at that same moment, you hear a blood-curdling scream coming from around the corner. It's like the, oh my god, that's unnatural! Anyways. Just because I don't think I'm fooling it with that, I'm not going to worry about a certain other bit, but... So, let me get... Oh, that'll be fun. Let's see if I can do this without hitting begin. So, active encounter. I can just right-click and add you guys. Okay, you do gotta be up here. You guys got it. When we do these ones, I start saying this thing. You guys do move up next to us.
I can't move because it's paused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Stormy's already on there, so I won't do it mass. Then I'll just do it individually. That's the secret. Move her off. I can get me. We're missing you too.
Combat tag.
You're on there now. You should be able to. But get rid of one of those there. That was for when you had a lot of you. All right. Vanguard, I need you to hit your initiative, please.
Sorry. Ugh.
You're good.
Roll.
Ooh.
Teeny
Oh, I
roll.
can make things invisible. I'm an idiot. I could have done that. All right. So you hear more skittering and noises coming from beyond the rocks ahead of you, as you can't see very far beyond the stones there. But it definitely sounds like there's more that sounds. The most I could equivocate the sound to is I think of when you hear, like in the movies, the face huggers moving. I know, great, right?
Ugh. That is a successful chill down my spine. Congrats.
You just hear Noxus. I'm not eating one of those. Just, but she's gonna hold action to attack if something gets within reach of the barbarian. That's something I always gotta remember that familiars can do. That's amazing. Just like the free, ready to attack. Thank you very much. Deco, you're first. The scream came from literally, like, it sounds like they're right around this corner here.
Okay. Let's see. I guess first thing I'm going to do. Oh, game is paused.
Oh, let me unpause the game. I apologize.
Step up to the corner.
Yeah, as soon as you do, you see, I mean, the icon does not match, so give me a second here. But, like I said, I'm fairly certain no one's going to believe that. But... Wait, what? Okay. You can see as it looks like there is a woman that is laying a bunch of corpses. As it looks like there are a row of bodies with a lot of strips of flesh torn off all of them, and then there seems to be a grandmotherly old nurse with a rather gruesomely broken leg and like dead middle of them. But otherwise, it looks like all the flesh off of. You see bodies that look like the undead versus humans versus what clearly seem to have some sort of like leech-like ooze almost head that looks like something was cutting them each open and looking at how like their brains looked versus like their flesh and tearing off strips. Someone was going detailed over here.
I whisper back, there's some lady mutilating bodies over there.
You know, she's looking like she's mutilated. There's a broken arm.
Okay.
There's no signs of anything as far as like on her wise, but it looks like some tools are laying in the vicinity.
Sorry. Okay. I rephrase. Wounded person over there. But I'm going to
give me a sense motive because of suspicious circumstance.
Yes.
Oh well. well, good luck. I mean, it is very suspicious, but for some reason you feel like you're just like, no, she looks super nice, but maybe the person just like vanished or something. Maybe she knows. Or so she rolled.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ready to attack the first creepy crawly that comes within reach.
Okay. You hear more skittering back there. Nothing directly moving. Stormy.
All right. Hold on, I'm waiting for the screen to go away. There we go. 5, 10, 15. Oh, yeah, there's a thing right there.
Yep, you can see that there's a crawling hand there, and from your point of view, you also see that there looks like it hasn't moved directly. It seems like it's moving. You see what looks like a severed head over there, but it's turning without being connected to anything. As it seems like one of the milky eyes is looking at you. Looks like it's about to start moving.
Okay.
But it's currently flat-footed, so if you do attack it, but yes, you do see the crawling hand that came out that got seen right there.
Okay. So this one that I'm right up against is flat-footed?
Not the crawling hand, no. The head it
Okay.
is. The crawling hand actually initiated combat, technically.
Okay. And in
Basically spit it out on you
Pathfinder,
guys.
moving 5 feet within their attack range is...
Yes, the triggering thing is leaving a square within reach of someone else. So you can enter the square, you can't leave it. It's not about leaving their reach, it's just leaving a square within their reach.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to make 2 attacks against him.
You can only do 1 because you moved.
With Flurry of Blows?
Right. Because Flurry of Blows is a full round action.
It is a full round action. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to use my claws on him. Will an 11 hit?
Let's look. His AC... No, it's going to narrowly miss.
Ooh. All right. That will be my turn.
Okay. That head fully moves, and then it begins to just float up as the hair flies around it, and you hear this horrible sucking noise from inside of it as it seems to look between and just lock eyes on you as it floats over after you.
Am I threatened by 2 or more creatures right now?
You are right now, yes.
All right. I will keep that in mind for my turn.
Yeah, and it basically tries to bite into you as it's effectively a slam attack.
An 11 will miss.
All right. The woman just reaches for you, Sal, and just my leg. It's a very gruesome break. Please. Doesn't seem like she does anything else otherwise. And that goes on to Barbarian. Yeah, so she's going to step up. 5, 10, 15, and that'd be 25 to go diagonal into the difficult terrain, which will trigger Noctis's bite. Then she can continue on. She needs to. Or Noctis will roll natural 1, that's fine. But, yeah, still going with the scimitar, still two-handing that one since it's the boom. Booshki. God damn it.
Level 1.
Level 1. Level 1. Okay, that's my turn. Oh, now it's the hand that triggers turn. Let's see. It's undead, but it'd be going for the nearest target, so the first one that attacked it, because it's mindless. So yeah, that's going to be you. Doesn't even notice that a sword just swung by its head, but it misses anyways. It just kind of jumps, kind of Legend of Zelda style at you. Vanguard.
Oh boy. Let's see. Get off my screen. Alright. Where did you say the lady was?
Seems to be around the corner, just around this wall, where it opens up here.
Is this her?
That's her.
Oh. I was not expecting that, but okay. Let's see. Full movement. Okay. If I can, I would actually. Is there any way? Can I look at the break and see if there's any way I can help her?
Yeah, you do a heal check to see if you can get her mobile.
Alright, heal check, heal check. Press the wrong button. There. Normal. Shiza, that's 12.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a break you've normally seen. It looks like something kind of like made the bone really weak. Like it seems like more powdery than bone should be.
What
Doesn't quite make sense.
That's scary. Let's see. That's all I can do. I don't stabilize her?
I mean, she's stable. She's not bleeding. Like
Okay.
she's bleeding in character, but she doesn't have the bleed condition.
Okay.
You think of it like hemorrhaging, like you're about to die. Bleeding is the bleed condition. Regular
Yeah.
bleeding is just kind of cinematic bleeding.
Let's see.
But that would be your turn economy there, unless you have a swift.
Nope. Just making sure that was my turn economy.
Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So this one gets up here, but it takes its whole turn crawling around as another one moves up. Hers is now, she readied, so her turn is now down, so I will... Oh, that did not... Oh, it did move down. Keep moving her down as it comes. Oh, but it's still her turn. I should have done it that way. Transferred the turn order.
Okay. Ba 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 ba.
Bless you.
I am coming up here and clobbering this head.
Clobber it! Get it with them all.
Oh, Lord.
Wrong kind of mall.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, that's okay, Kirk.
A little more of a can than anything.
Well, I think Declan said the.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lordy.
Did you do it again?
Really?
Dear God in
Really?
heaven! Someone enchant that thing for that man.
Boom!
That's like a pumpkin. It's like someone took a sledgehammer to a pumpkin. The beheaded is just gone.
Go buy a lotto ticket.
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Oh
What are
my
your
God.
numbers? Can we like share? What are your numbers?
See, I don't need to ask Declan that because Declan would hook me up, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, well done, Declan. Jesus Christ, just murdering folk with a maul. All right. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much all I can do.
Much terror as you look over, and yet a third one is crawling over, but can only get to the top of the heap there.
Hmm.
You just literally hear Nick, "Who is cutting off all these hands?" Stormy.
All right. I am threatened by 2 or more creatures, and
Yes, you are.
I forgot about this whenever I was
Rats?
fighting the rats. But I am pugnacious, and I gain a +1 bonus on attack rolls when threatened by 2 or more enemies.
That's such a good one. Do it. Fuck 'em
Yeah.
up.
And I will make my full round action to flurry of blows with my claws, the one directly north of me.
Got it.
And I will add a +1 to this after the roll, but that is a 19 to hit for 7 damage.
You split it utterly in half.
Ooh, and then the second one, I will attack directly to the left, which I do not get pugnacious. I'm assuming yeah, there he is, he's dead. This one just gets, Well, sorry. That first attack was technically a -2 + 1.
That's
So that's
okay.
a
it's still-
net.
yeah.
Okay. So this one is a -2 total for a 15 to hit for 11
hits.
damage.
And that one is also split in half. Like you just pretty much crisscross applesauce them, and they're both gone.
Hit ye. All right, and that will end my turn. Let me click in turn.
Not that one. It's that one that just died. Yeah, you fucked him up. Okay. The lady just kind of looks at you. Can you fix it? Can you help me out? Like with that roll you got, like you don't know what's going on with it, but you could probably help her out. Like you know that, like it's gonna hurt like hell, but. Oh, Vanguard might be okay.
No.
Oh, she was asking if you could help her out.
Sorry, out of character. I got some new medicine and it makes me a little sleepy.
Uh-oh.
You're good. If you need a second, we can take a second.
No, it's good. Well, okay. So she's definitely gonna try and help.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a sense motive.
Sense motive. Hello? Please tell me that wasn't a 1. That was a 7. That was 11.
Ooh. That was lucky. It was on an 18 for me, and then it rolled over to the 1. I was so worried. So, you do not see it coming, at least. When she gets up and you help her up, and then just through sheer luck, as you look over as, like, we'll say right after Gronk manages to smash into both of those and crushes those, and you hear, like, the happy noises of the fighters over there that they're getting that far. You suddenly feel something scrape along you, and a tuft of your hair falls down as you feel a scalpel go right across your neck. It doesn't actually connect with flesh. It seems like your turning of the head basically that's the natural one. Was it as you see this kindly old lady has this like sinister yellow eyes that glow a lot more like the icon you see there, as the flesh just seems to ripple and change as it seems like she tried to embed a scalpel directly into your jugular.
What are you doing?
She's turning into what is very clear, like very similar to the other doctor you saw. It's like it looks like choosing a form that's not even human or anything else. Also, not a woman. Seems to be just like a rather large-chested, kind of Klingon-looking man.
All right.
Guys?
Time to make another head pumpkin.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the others notice, and yeah, the natural one means no damage, nothing occurred. You're very lucky because that's an automatic crit if they manage to like fool you, which I know out of character probably didn't fool nobody, but
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I saw like doppelganger in chat, and I'm like,
yeah, and because I realized that I needed to change the icon, and I was like, I don't want to make them wait, and so I was like, it's fine. Like, because I didn't think I was gonna fool anybody with that one. Randomly sitting person that randomly screams amidst strips of flesh on the ground, but for some reason, whoever was doing it is not here. It's like, gee, I wonder. There's no like, if someone checked, like I'll tell you right now, if you checked what tools were there, you'd see that there's no scalpel and there's scalpel-based cuts, and so it's like, gee, I wonder where the scalpel is.
fantastic. But it is all in her character, so yay.
All right. So yeah, that's gonna be. She's just gonna move down. Like was gonna go after that last hand, but looking pissed. I'd say thematically, it's like her grabbing you to shove you out of the way. Not actually doing that.
No, you're good.
And then taking the. Oh yeah, get off the doppelganger's turn. So Noxus gets the first one for the bite. Bite him in the face. Give him Lechomp. Nope, that's not Lechomp. We'll try the Scimitar. The Scimitar can be Lechomp. Did I still get my sheet? I can! That is lovely. I can just click the initiative. I feel like eventually I get ×2 on all my two-handed weapons that are orc weapons, and that's the thing I can't wait to get.
Very nice.
Attacking 3 should go with the 2. So, Yeah, since she still isn't fully. I'd assume you don't like fully help her up after that, since she was kind of doing the whole pull up into your neck thing. Imagine you would have dropped her.
Absolutely not. She's Seraphina's stumbling backwards.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying the lady, because she's probably still on the ground. Because like if she's prone, then. But,
Drop
well,
that bitch like a bad habit.
Yeah, because that's a 4. That would make the difference here. Because even with the rage, that's only a 2. Spinning around the rage. But okay, that's a hit, but not going to. Not crit, but she does hit her. Him, them. You know,
Them.
they're gender fluid. All those doppelgangers are gender fluid in a way. You know, it's great. No, we're not going down that road.
Easy.
It's implied.
All right, but that's her turn. Vanguard, it's your actual turn.
Ooh. Let's see.
Get her. Get him.
Sorry, the medicine's really messing with my head. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna whack her.
Whack.
Whack her.
Whack her. Whackus bonkus. What's the difference between single attack and full attack?
When you have higher levels, you can do multiple attacks. Right now, it's not going to do a single difference. You can do either you want. Level 1. Level 1.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, it
Anything
lagged
else?
for me. Come on, Foundry. There we go. I'm guessing that didn't even hit her, did it?
No, that was a whiff.
Fair enough. At least it wasn't in 1.
Alright. Let's go.
You got the magic touch. Get another crit.
Let's go for 3.
3, 3, 3, 3.
Nope.
Okay. Anything else?
It's moving. Attack.
Alright, so 10, 20. Yeah, this is going to get close enough to launch itself at you there. Because unfortunately, undead do undead things, which means it's going to just.
Ah.
This is the wrong one to click. They have the exact same attack, so it's fine. But he utterly misses the gargoyle as he just kind of comes up and tries to just jump onto you.
Kill him.
For me. You have a little hand, buddy.
Well,
Underneath one of the ones with the skull. Since they're sharing a square, so it's hard to see him there.
I'm gonna do what I do best. Full round, 2 attacks.
Get him.
Smash.
Fuck him up.
-2 on that one, and a natural on that one.
Yeah, both are gonna hit, but while the first one doesn't kill, the second one does. So, good night, Gracie. You're a crawling hand-killing machine.
Oh yeah. I read the flavor text on Pugnacious again. Usually it says that I wake up with like bloody knuckles, like I got in a fight, and everyone's pissing me off. So
But you're just out for blood. It's like the beginning of your Crank. Dude, I love that movie.
That's a really good movie.
Second one was okay. I did like it. I really wish they make a third. What if Jason Statham wants to make a third? 'Cause that's gonna be fun to film, you know? Just him just go full, just...
Yeah, just action scene, action scene, action scene.
When it's all action scenes and it's him just getting to go like full crazy wanker mode. Like,
It's
alright.
a mess.
John Wick filled my whole for
Oh, yeah, John-
non-stop action scenes.
Yeah, John Wick had the right type of action. Like Snatch, I have to be in the mood for it. Or not Snatch. Snatch I always love.
Crank.
Crank. Crank I have to be in the mood for it because it's a different type of action. And also like the mixture of like odd sexual and meme noises. Like
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood for that.
I
Like,
think Transporter was a better one for Jason Statham. The first
oh
one.
yeah, dude, if I want to say Jason Statham for action, I actually really enjoyed him in The Expendables. Like his character was by far my favorite.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
the
good.
most relatable. Watching him save his girlfriend in the first one, oh, I was like, damn, I'm swooning. Like, I love this guy. Oh. Alright. So you see as he scrambles up and you see another signature move of these things as he just, rather than actually stand up and, I mean, as he does shift out of a broken leg that he wouldn't even have to walk on. Doesn't seem like it was fake so much as just he actually just rezzed a broken leg, basically. But he seems to also res himself onto his feet before trying to shove past you all and move past. He is going to try to do an... It's not overrun. That'd be an acrobatic move through enemy. So looking between you, it's going to be Vanguard. He's trying to basically push past you. He's going to withdraw the first square, but he still will trigger for the second. So he's going to trigger from all three of you. But he basically seems to be trying to run past you. He doesn't seem scared. He seems more determined. But first of all, this is his acrobatics to move past. If he fails it and your attack of opportunity hits, it will stop the movement. If he succeeds on it, he'll move through regardless. Ooh. What is your CMD?
My CMD, where is it? 1?
Okay. So your CMD is an 11.
Oh,
Your CMD is...
yeah, it's 12, actually. I was looking at the wrong thing.
So he basically starts just moving past you really quick and basically grabbing you by the shoulders. And it's clear he's not trying to be gentle with you. He's just trying to move you in a way that's not like disrupting combat and going to stop him. But he is going to slip past you. And actually with that roll, well, that doesn't matter if he slips past those two. But he's basically moving through your square. But in any case, he still triggers once he's leaving your square. So all three of you can attack him in that square. And then he'll trigger from, if he goes any further, he's going to trigger from a very gargoyle-y man.
What is that? Is that normally 4d6 damage on a...
I was gonna question you on that later, just because that does seem very high. I don't know. I know that's the build you're trying to do crazy amounts with that, but at level 1 that seems excessive. But
So we can all attack right now?
yes, all of you can do one attack. Stormy will get one in a second if he survives the attacks.
God damn it! Level 1.
God damn it! It was on the 17 and rolled over to the 3.
I'll go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
I
there's
saw
no way
that.
there's no way my crate's killing unless she triple crits.
Stormy's headbutting. Damage really doesn't matter.
Well, the mole does hit. But let's double check the... So yeah, you land a commanding blow there. As far as you there, Deckle. So let me apply that damage. 13, you get 14. He is still standing, but he definitely even seems shocked from the force of that attack. Before he stumbles past, and he does continue moving past as Stormy got theirs. He is going to have to go, so let's see, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. And he just rips open this door. So that's as far as he's going to get in one turn. Not looking great. Which is going to be... move her there for now. Nyx chases. Which will be the crate first. Let's move off their turn. Fight. Nope. Not attempting, but then she'll try with the scimitar.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, lordy.
That's unpleasant. So with the rage, that's going to be 11, 22. Yeah, which thematically, that's going to be her just cutting from basically eye level horizontally and just carves the top of that thing's head off. And it just slumps against the wall and just stops.
That's one way to do it.
Was that another doppelganger?
The way it shifted, I would have to say so, Noxus seems to say.
Okay. I would bet my wings on it. Well, let's go turn in our bounty. No need staying around here. We could use some more friends in a place like this.
They did say doppelgangers, so we think we're gonna be happy with one.
Well, let's go try. Perhaps a little diplomacy can get us a long way.
That's reasonable.
All right, I'll go take the head.
You hear that male scream again coming from. Oh, yes, here, let me take you out of combat. You guys can move freely. But from that door that had opened, you hear a male scream from like something. Someone sounds in danger.
Oh shit! All right, well,
Oh no.
let's try it again.
I am saying since it's 9:30, 10:30 for some of the others, did you guys want a break or do you want to continue on?
I can probably go for another 28 minutes to 11 Eastern, if that is fine with y'all.
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
a
if you're-
little bit. Sorry, let me actually look at my meeting schedule for tomorrow.
I didn't realize we were stopping a touch earlier, so yeah, if we're gonna do that, then let's just probably truck on to the end.
Hold on. Let me check my meetings for tomorrow. I do have an 8:30 tomorrow morning. So maybe like an extra. I might be able to go to around 11:30 to midnight my time.
I'm not sure I can last. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
It's my first day on this medicine, and it's just making me exhausted.
Okay.
Mm,
How about we just finish the next little thing and then we could probably call it there. It'd be a nice stopping point to a degree.
yeah.
Damn it! I was looking so forward to Stray Aeons.
You're fine. You're playing. You're doing it. Like, you realize something as you start moving up, however, which I'm going to need to hit pause for, as you see that the door he opened seems like he had some friends coming. As you see this fan-eared, blue-eared looking human that seems to just be kind of slavering with a very long, almost worm-like tongue, as it's some form of undead. But it definitely seems to be more intelligent than the ones you saw there. As it looks to be like kind of like almost like if there were such a thing as a bat human, but definitely was just a long time. I.e., knowledge religion can help you identify it, but we're going right back into combat.
Another initiative roll.
Yeah, so basically he alerted his allies and they just started getting up. Let me move back to combat. Active encounter is active. So feel free to roll. Otherwise, if you don't roll, I'll just add you to it and then you can roll from there.
You said we can roll religion?
Knowledge religion, if you see them. If you see the little token for the other ones, you'll be able to.
I don't see them on my screen. Never mind.
Knowledge religion. I think I see 1, 2, 3 character tokens or enemy presumably enemy tokens north of me. Are those them?
You see. Oh,
This one.
nope.
This one.
Those ones there that you see, you are actually seeing through a wall that don't seem to be coming out. They don't seem to have noticed you
Okay,
outright.
all right.
You
Wall
do see what looks like
trick
people. No, that's actually supposed to be a hole there. Like that's.
again. Oh.
They just don't seem. They seem to be busy. Like you can hear sick noises coming from there, and there does seem to even be a crawling hand that seems to be busy just attached to someone's face. Like it's there. It's very clearly an undead, but not all of them attacked. They like because.
You know what? I don't think I want to know what it is. It's gonna die.
The ones that you're seeing are coming from in here. Are coming from there. Like if you are lined up that door,
I do not.
Oh yeah, you gotta go up. Like he's basically you can see the edge of him. Right? Thematically, you can see the edge of him there. You can't see his token,
Yeah,
but thematically, he's walking up on the door. But all right, the ones for this combat are here. All right, and then we're gonna go to begin combat. And so, Deckle.
Oop, you there, Deckle?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this difficult terrain or anything?
Yes, anything you see a lot of the debris on is going to be 10 feet, so it'll be a difficult move.
Okay. Well, I double move to here.
Okay. You do notice that it seems like a little like you're not quite within aggro range of it, but you definitely seem to have drawn the attention of the crawling hand. It is attached to somebody's face. All of its fingertips seem to be in his nose, eyes, and mouth, as he just seems to be grappling it. Knowledge religion could assist you in that regard as well.
I don't have it.
Then don't worry about it. Yeah, I suppose my character's gonna 10 foot, 20 foot, and then suddenly stop as she comes face to face with something there, and you'd hear Noxus even just suddenly shouts out as far as just the, "We have ghouls!"
Oh, fun.
That's a
Don't
ghoul?
get bit. All he simply said was, or she said was, "Don't get bit." But we will try the scimitar on a ghoul. Okay, so she slashes into the first ghoul, does a fair bit of damage, but he is still standing. Female one behind is still coming up as you'd hear Nyx in her rather hissing voice, just like there's another one behind him. Noxus can take a bite. Wow, they actually landed side by side. That's funny. It's usually I just have them roll and then have put them side by side, but these ones actually rolled out. Ooh, she does manage to actually, but it deals non-lethal, so yeah, the ghoul is, it's immune to poison, so that doesn't matter. You hear a voice coming from the next room that says, "Watch the door." It seems to shout. It doesn't sound human. Sounds kind of warbled, as if it's speaking with a mouth that's not a mouth.
Exciting. We found Reavers.
Although what they're doing...
Izzy, quit begging.
Alright, the ghoul that got Slash is going to try to bite Claw. Oh, come on, you little shit. Okay, at least it's not confirming, but... Fucking bites, man. It's raging. Let's get the DR at least. Not as much as Gargoyle, but... It's gonna hurt. And it's a ghoul, which means bite, which means I think I'm paralyzed. No, I'm not. Darkborn. Ah, fuck you. I'm part elf. Fuck you, ghoul.
Oh, paralysis for
Vanguard.
you.
Oh no, I need the. Yeah, they paralyze you on bite. It sucks. And then gas, it gets worse because gas. If you are an elf, not only are you then vulnerable, but you now take a penalty to them.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, but the claw does connect. And 5 off, goes down to 2. Yeah, so she's getting mauled by a ghoul up there. You hear Noxus say something effective. Oh god, I don't want to see you as a ghoul. It's just... Vanguard.
Yes. Ah,
Your turn.
here. Let's see. What? I don't know what it is. Come on, why is everything lagging? Okay, am I back?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, it lagged really badly. Let's see. It said watch the door, so I'm gonna move over here.
That voice seemed to come from this direction. In that room in there. So basically, like, to you guys, it came from that doorway.
Let's see. Is this something? Or...
What's this? Like, ping.
Oh, sorry. This thing.
That's a crawling hand that's currently attached to somebody's face up there.
Oh, right. Let's see.
And you can see through that wall, if you see what Stormy saw, you can see two figures that seem to be feasting on corpses. They seem to hear you guys shouting and fighting, but they seem to enjoy meals far more. It seems to be more ghouls.
Boy. I'm gonna wreck this, but I am going to cast hedging weapons. See if I can maybe get that hand off of him.
The guy is very dead.
Oh, he's already dead. Never mind.
The
Then
hand just seems to really like his head.
Okay. I'd like to cast hedging weapons towards this dude.
Okay. So the ghoul that you see there.
Yep.
Fun fact, you guys can right-click tokens and choose them as targets. Your spells will automatically roll attack rolls.
Oh, really? Oh, that's neat.
It's the targeting. Also means if certain effects, when certain spells have certain effects tied into the game, like if you do a fireball, you can target somebody and it will literally shoot a fireball out and make a explosion and show exactly where the radius will hit.
Nice.
Awesome.
Same with like alchemist fire and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to throw it, give me a range touch.
Range touch. Come here. Okay. Range.
Good hit. Roll
Eight.
damage.
And it's 2d6. Roll.
Nice roll.
That is
Yeah,
11.
Where do you think that you hit that one? Or like how do you hit him with a rapier? Just stab him in like the head or something, in the heart?
Well, let's see. I would probably try to go straight for the head.
Yeah, so your force rapier hits him in the head and just vanishes, and he seems to stay up for a second and then just crumples to the ground.
One down.
Which pushes to Stormy.
How tall is the ceiling?
In the hallway, it's 20 feet. The doorway itself is
Ooh.
10, and inside the room, it looks like it goes back to 20 feet.
I would like to use fly speed.
Okay, it does take a fly check or an acrobatics check or an escape artist to get through the door without hitting your wings, because you do need 5 feet of space. But otherwise, you can use fly space to ignore the difficult terrain.
Yes, so I would like to use fly speed to ignore difficult terrain and to move. Here,
It'll
let
still
me make
cost
a fly
you-
check first.
Basically, you'll only need... Yeah, if you want to do a fly check, you can just fly to the door, potentially.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fly through the door. I'm trying to go over. Declan Van.
Oh, that's not really... For this setup, that's not really much of a check. But
Okay.
okay, well, with that check, you could fly through the door if you wanted to. So, I mean, you're quite good. I don't know where you're planning to go.
We have an enemy
do you
up
wanna-
here.
Do you want to go north of there? That little hand seemed to get kind of irritated when those two got that close. Like, if you want to get that close, it's basically common sense to tell you it's about to jump at somebody, i.e., it's probably ready to attack.
Yeah, I'll use my movement speed to go through this doorway.
You can. I'm not trying to stop you. I just want you to know that, like, that thing looks ready to attack, i.e., it has a... Like, it knows you're there and it's ready to attack, but it's happy basically trying to crush that man's skull.
I see. Let's see. Token will collide with wall.
I can drag you through if you want.
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Alright.
Yeah, so you can see a door down in the south that way, and you can see it's well lit through that door that you see down there, and you can see what looks like a shadow basically being cast against the floor there that looks to cast a very long, sinister shadow.
Alright. And I see this hand, and I will make a
That's a
attack
ghoul.
against it.
It is a
Oh.
ghoul.
It's a ghoul, not the hand. Alright, so I'll make an attack against it.
By all means. So blue skin, kind of bat fan shaped ears, and then fangs. Very undead looking, but definitely very sentient eyes. Still?
I will use... Oh,
Oh, go ahead. You will use what?
I will use my ability to, my pugnacious ability.
You're not being threatened by two creatures.
Well, I have a second thing on this side. I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah, what's it do?
I think it's an extra damage dice. I get to treat it as though it is, my weapon is one size category larger
Oh, nice.
for determining
yeah, let's
damage
see.
for one round.
Let's see. When you think about terms, once per day, as following effect is immediate action. Yeah. you can turn that larger.
Boom.
Which,
I'm assuming that's an extra die.
if you turn it larger, that's actually not only is it an extra die. Let's see, what is that? What does that normally roll? A D8 that turns
1d8.
into 2d6. So re-roll the attack. Which is good. You
I'm
rolled
just
kind
gonna
of bad.
roll 2d6.
Yeah, you actually rolled a 1, so that's actually really good.
Well, there's a 10 plus.
10 plus
assuming my
3?
Dexterity. Yeah, 13.
So- Oh, all right. Never mind then. You just pretty much. How do you want to take that ghoul out?
I'm actually flying right now, and Gargoyle's got some talons on their feet, just like they have talons on their hand, and he's going to kind of claw into him as I'm hovering in the air.
Yeah, so you kind of claw into like her upper jaw and neck area. Just there's like this spurt of rather foul, dead-looking blood, and she immediately just kind of spins, collapses down. She's alive for a second and drops.
Ooh. And
Very
I've
typical, ooh.
used most of my movement speed, and all right, that'll be the end of my turn.
Tickle. Well done.
All right. They move in here. And I can't see shit.
It's a wall there to your south. If you move a little bit more, it's open.
Lighting. Yeah, damn it.
Do you want to go southwest another?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Doesn't help the light situation, but that's where I move.
Let me see if I can. Might be able to help a little bit since you have some light. Let me do this for you. Vision, light, and give you. I'm not gonna illuminate the entire room for you, but it'll give you some space based off the light you see.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got some dim light vision.
Okay.
As long as you're near a source of light, it'll expand your vision some.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna finish my move next to Frederick here. Gronk.
Okay. Gronk. Alright. Oh, that did not work how I wanted that to. Alright. Yeah, she's gonna. At that point, just watching the door, I suppose. So 10, 20, 30. Actually, no, she'll just get there because then she'll just ready. And she's side by side with you two.
Yes. Shield wall. Go. No shields.
I'll switch to a better weapon. Like flail does more damage. Yeah, more damage die. Scimitar has more crit, but a lot of things here that probably don't care about crit. So as part of her move, she'll switch over and ready an attack for the first thing that comes within range. And let's see, does heavy flail have range? Disarm trip? Oh, trip would be good. D4. Versus 1d10. 1d10 would be 5.5 average, 2d4 would be 2.5, should have 5 average, so yeah, 5.5 is better. So yeah, we'll go with the heavy flail. And she switches to the big flail and just gets it set. I want to set trip. No, she's angry. Alright. Yep, Grace just readying. Yeah, so the door opens and floods your room with the light coming from the other room as there's just this sinister, rather looking, it looks like kind of like a nurse's cowl, but with a veil and then this very unnatural mouth. And then behind that, then it looks like a nurse's outfit and just a doctor's note, and seems to be another twisted doctor as she just looks out this direction and just seems to eyelessly look between each of you, and then even though it looks like primarily a skull-like grin, you hear cracking as it it turns into a smile, exceptionally unnaturally.
Oh boy.
But you see as she slowly drags what looks like a very wicked and ornate masterwork dagger. But otherwise, as she begins to stare, let's see. That one won't help. Okay. She's gonna pick one of you to stare. She steps in. You do hear her simply just croon out, just, "Oh my, so many of you. Order these!" And she seems to be pulling out a whistle up to her lips, but as it seems to be look like an almost dog whistle or signal whistle. But otherwise, at the same time, she readies one. She stares, and she's gonna pick just a random one of you to stare at. She's gonna also activate a mesmerist stare.
Oh,
On
gosh.
me! Bitch! Alright. So I get an immediate will save. Also, I love the sinister look of the light coming from her room. Just the casting it. It's like, oh, that's horrific. Oh, wonderful. Good time for a 2. You know, sinister boss coming out, I think that might be a good time for a hero point. Let's
Hey,
much better.
I almost went to 1. At least on my screen.
Yeah, mine too. I was like, yeah. So there's a moment that she's dazed and just seems to be like just the stare, and she seems to wither. But then you just see this like little bit of like those thorn tattoos on her body seem to glow for a second as she just stares back and looks incredulous at her. But she does 5 foot out the door. But otherwise, she spent her movement and her well, basically 2 movements. You see on her name tag, it seems to say Dr. Oathstay. Vanguard. 10 points if you get the reference.
I do not. Ah, jeez. There we go. So she's in this room right now.
She's in the room that the others are in. You can't see her, but you can see the like kind of red glow coming from the room she was in. I'd say further back actually too. If you guys can probably see it with dark vision and since it's illuminated, you can see that back on a table. And as much as you've seen a lot of other ones, you see what looks like struggling against it seems to be what you can only assume is another doppelganger, but they are flayed mostly alive, and they seem to have odd things within them that are struck in. Like you can see their body shifting, but it seems like whatever they have jammed into them is stopping the shifting. And so like they're trying desperately to get free. You get a feeling they're the one that was shouting to you.
And he's over
Dekel
here.
Dekel and Stormy can see them. Like they're actually on the map within your vision.
Yeah, I've got a...
You're a little away. You'll probably have to move into the room to see what they see.
Yep. Come here.
But it is your turn.
Damn it!
And she closes the door that takes her move action and a turn. Just kidding. Continue.
Open the door, damn it!
Hey,
There we
you
go.
want to go in? Do you want me to drag you in? Stormy?
Yeah.
Sure to do.
Yeah.
It's not
I don't
lined
know why
up to the grid very well.
Me.
Okay, so 10, 20. Give them on difficult terrain. So you still got another 10 feet of movement, and then you could use another move. If you end basically on the body of the ghoul, you could potentially do something. Otherwise, if you wanted to ignore the door, otherwise you could potentially walk further into.
I could probably just walk further into. Just did another 10 feet.
Another 10. You have another basically 1 square of movement because of difficult terrain, and you can still have your standard action, or you can turn the standard action into like you could go diagonal southwest if you want. That'd be a little more efficient.
Okay. Come on, Foundry.
If you want to be closer. And then that would be 1 move action. So you could spend your standard as a move, or if you had something you wanted to cast that creepy looking one down there, you may.
Okay. No, I think I'm just gonna use my full turn to move.
Okay, move where you like. You have another 30 feet of movement.
I'm just gonna right here.
Stormy.
All right. So what I would like to do I have the feat improved power maneuver, which specifically is the level 1 monk feat. However, that does not provoke opportunity attack when I try to grapple.
Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly downward and initiate a grapple.
Okay.
My oh my gosh, where is it? Yeah, there it is. My combat and maneuver dice. I will roll. Oh no.
She did ready in action. You kind of saw her get her blade ready.
Oh no.
So she does swing that magical blade at you as soon as you come down within her reach.
Magical.
And there's a spark of what seems like blood before it even hits. But she misses.
Ew.
Continue on your turn.
Does my natural 1 beat her combat maneuver defense?
No, a natural 1 could not because that's an attack roll.
That
Even
is
if her-
very unfortunate. That is actually the end of my turn.
She seems to be turning her attention to you. Right, going back around. Deckle, you're up. Or do I get a feeling a mole, like a sledgehammer's in the future here?
Yeah, it's we're gonna channel Thor on this one and go for the head
Should have gone for the head.
with a nice charge attack.
Amen. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, hey, look, there's not a whole lot of difficult terrain directly. Oh, the amount of dice, I honestly thought it was
I thought that was another crit.
16.
16.
Woohoo!
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Fair enough. Low roll.
Anything further?
That was pretty much a full round action. Yeah.
Yep, just making sure, huh? Alright, spending another thing of rage. Last one didn't really go off, that's fine. But I'm also going to charge. Let's see, she'll trigger. She goes there, but she'd rather trigger. Because she's like, I want to get into flanking with this bitch.
Yes.
So we're going to surround her. And because it's supposed to be a very smart critter, I'm going to have it that Noxus is a little smarter than what... Because it's like, I know what I want to do. Noxus is supposed to be smart as fuck. Noxus resolves before, or actually after she does. So first she's going to swing with the flail.
Oh, you have flanking?
You have flanking. She has charge. This is a +4. And actually a +6 with the rage.
Wonderful.
Is flanking advantage or a plus?
It's a +2.
+2, wonderful.
So she does manage to connect and knocks her aside with the flail. And let me get back to... Oh dear, that's an HP pool. But
Always great to hear.
so that's 40. Sorry, the math with my own house rules. All right. So yeah, she strikes into her and like she barely seems to jerk from it. And just seems to kind of trick her head over towards her, and seems to be like deciding who she'd rather. But either way, it just seems to be this grin, just the not impatient. So she seems to be wrapping her lips around the whistle. At that point, Noxus seems to lance out and is going to try to disarm the whistle. Actually, it's a whistle. Might be better to sunder it.
Whistle.
Yeah, because Noxus gets all my bonuses. So
Ooh.
yeah, Noxus actually, you'd see as Noxus bites down like a millimeter away from her mouth. And at first, you think that she'd missed, and then she crunches down, and just the whistle bends almost 90 degrees, and she just hisses as she recoils back. You just hear her just. Anyone who speaks Sylvan hears her say "fuck your orderlies."
Oh my god. Oh, I do speak a Sylvan.
So you heard her
I
curse.
do as well.
Yep.
I don't know if I even took languages, but
She's like, oh.
But that is a good use of the secret, and oh, she's back over here. She should be on me. But all right. Which, yeah, you can see the guy back there is still struggling, but doesn't seem to be able to get out of his chains. But he's definitely watching with bated breath right now. Oste seems to kind of look around as she looks between you, and as she kind of just like she's deciding who to do it, she then, with her left hand, goes to slash towards Stormy. But she misses still. But you see that same sort of rebuilding they do, but then as she finishes, you see, despite it being a physical object and not part of her form, suddenly the blade is in her other hand as she slashes with the same blade, basically with her offhand.
Who?
At me.
Ew.
Which with that, she connects. Actually, wait, what's she roll? Oh. Don't believe so. 19 plus 2 to critical. 20, 11 plus 10, 21. Okay, so narrow save there. As it looks like she aims and almost gets her in the heart, but all the same. It's D4 plus what? 4? D4 plus 5. Ow. Bitch. It's nasty at level 1. 5 damage, but the DR is going to eat that, so it's going to turn to 1 non-lethal. Thank fucking God for rage. Alright. And that goes on to Vanguard.
Well. Come on.
Well,
That was like 3 of them in a row. Jeez.
Sorry, I was removing dead people from the initiative.
No, you're good. I don't know why it's doing that.
Because I removed dead people from the initiative.
Oh no, I meant something else.
I heard it trigger 3 times and everything, and I removed 2 people, so 1 was your actual turn, and 2 was the removes.
Well, where did you say that guy was that was strapped down?
Way back here, if you look at the light, you should be able to see way down there. Actually, on your view, I don't think you see him.
Oh.
You saw him when you walked in?
I can highlight him.
Yeah.
What's
You saw
up?
him as you kind of stepped up, so you saw him back there, and you see him rattling against the table.
I am going to move up here, and I'm going to thwomp. That's all I can do at the moment.
Give her a thwomp.
Thwomp, thwomp.
Ooh! And that is with flanks.
Bludgeoning.
17, so that will connect. Yeah, you do manage to thwop her in the head.
Damn right! Finally, I got a hit with the quarterstaff.
Whack.
Whack indeed.
Whack, yo. Oh, I just deleted her off the... No.
Oh no!
Okay, I was able to put her back.
Oh,
I don't know how that happened. I hit delete on the number and suddenly she was like, nah, see ya, fam. I was gonna...
There you go.
She was intimidated.
Okay, yeah, she re-entered where she... So, and she wasn't there, she was right behind the victim. So... And you do 6. And you hit her pretty good. Still, she seems to be resilient. She doesn't seem to have DR, she seems to have a lot of HP. I.e., it seems like proportionally you're not doing a ton to her.
I'm just happy the quarterstaff didn't break off on top
Oh.
of her head.
Oh no, because I forgot that. I need to roll one thing for my character, because painful stares a bitch. Oh, of course. Of fucking course. I do take 6 damage. In addition to
Ow.
If you haven't seen Mesmer, it's basically they get a stare, and anytime they hit that person, they get to add damage to that person. And it's wonderful when you're using it. Nikki's probably in the chat just laughing, cackling at my misfortune. Like, that's how it's literally the Loki moment. That's how that feels.
It's okay. Nikki's not watching.
Nikki's not watching?
No,
Oh.
How do you know?
because I can see my list.
Oh,
Hmm.
I thought she liked watching. Okay. Vanguard, you did your smack, you did your move. Okay, Stormy.
Combat maneuver dice, or combat maneuver bonus. I'm gonna try to do that grapple. All
Okay, go ahead.
right. Will a 21 beat her combat maneuver defense?
It certainly will.
Awesome. So I am grappling. Is that...
Oh, there's Nikki. Ah, it says you. Well, the bot was not accurate then. Hello.
And seeing here, I was actually sending her the GIF, and now it's just.
Oh. Thank you for the resub, Nikki. I love you.
Hello, Nikki. All right, so I'm grappling. I'm grappling this creepy doctor, and
Yeah, you grab her. A dagger is a light weapon, so she doesn't lose grip of the dagger, but you do have her grappled.
Okay, perfect. I'm pretty sure that's all I can do. That's
Doesn't mean she stops threatening, though. She only threatens you now.
Cool. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a standard action, and unless you try to do something with the move, which. So, Deckle, you're up.
Well, seeing that she is grappled, I'm going to move through your character and then through the doorway, into the doorway. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, she's not threatening, so you could easily do that.
All right, and then I'm going to bring the hammer down.
Do it. Yeah, she's penalized on AC. Oh yeah, I should add that grappled condition to both of you.
And
Because that will automatically apply it to all the stats.
fair enough.
Grappled. Grappled.
And
Oh yeah, actually there's a flanked condition.
nice.
Flank. Oh no, there's not. I lied. Nice hit.
That's solid.
Kaboom.
Kind of terrifying when it, like, you know that blow, like that would have driven a post into the ground in one hit, and she's still standing.
Tough one.
Can you tell her, or can you tell us if she looks statistically grazed or bloodied?
Normally, yeah, most monsters you could, but the way I've been running these things in particular, from that blow she does, but you've also noticed that the doppelgangers tend to fix themselves. Out of character, things that are aberrations or that do that kind of shit, you can't tell their wounds because they can hide them. Even outsiders, you can't really tell their wounds. Because it's basically their bodies working on natural ways. So it's like, in their case, the flavor of it is they fix their bodies to what they want them to be.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Tickle?
No, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, even after that deep cut as it's stabbed in, as you grab her, she just kind of glares, spends another round of rage. Yeah, I really wish there was more I could do with my rage right now. I mean, it's nice. It's adding a lot of stats, giving me some...
Yeah. Still ragey.
What did I take for my thing? I know I took something for my... Oh, it's my familiar, that's why. It's not
Yes.
good this level. Oh, I forgot about that too, Fey Foundling. I forgot about how spicy that gets. Okay, I just thought I was missing something there, but I'm not. Oh yeah, my familiar sent us something last round, so I regained a round to rage. So this one won't cost me anything. Whenever I
Sweet.
break something, I get a round to rage back.
Break more things.
That's the idea, because I'm gonna literally get the thing where I get the sunder when I attack people.
Break some bones, rip and tear until it's done.
You know, I'm very tempted to power attack. Oh wait, Spirit Focus. There's no reason I should be power attacking all the time.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Especially when you only have one attack.
All right, so. Sorry, what? What'd you
Sorry,
say?
I'll wait for my turn. Sorry.
Okay. So she crushes in for another 13 damage, which again seems to bring her down, and she does seem to be very bloody for now. Since it's not her turn to heal, since it occurs on their turn.
Mhm.
Like, judging from the body you've seen, at least, it seems to be crushing. Because the one thing you did notice is their bodies do tend to look weaker. Like, they look healthy, but like a more frail person. Whereas she came in and looked very intimidating, now she's definitely not. And she's grappled. And that's going to go on to the crate. who is going to try to bite her, even though she can't do a whole lot. But you know what? Fuck you, bitch. Oh, I was on the natural 20 for a second. I was like, I'll take a crit. Misses. Alright. Which does go to Oatstay. Let's see, does she have Escape Artist? She could do that. She just heard her. She does. I mean, she gets a bonus. She doesn't automatically break free. She gets a +8. But she's also not the highest on that. So it's like she could do that. She could fail that.
My CMD is a 20, by the way.
Could try that. Yeah, they can always Escape Artist it with the bonus, so she could try both. It would be better for her to escape first then. So yeah, she'll try the regular escape before she tries any magical compulsions. She fails the physical one. So she reshifts, and in her case, she seems to just try to turn into like a snake thing. And just seems like eliminating her arms and body and then reforms back out. And you do see that she looks pristine, but a lot more frail, like a sickly old lady. But otherwise, just...
Is that a trigger?
No, Escape Artists do not trigger. It's basically them...
Okay.
Escape Artist checks are basically like you fighting in a WWE kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
But her next one will, and if she doesn't defensive cast, which I don't know if she wants to, because doing it while grappled is a real fuck up, but she's also flanked, so she's gonna have to. But yeah, so first she turns her stare to you as her eyes just lock on, like her lack of eyes. Like it doesn't seem to be directly lit, but you just feel this chill go down your spine. And then she looks at you and then simply stab the hammer one. And she says very quietly, but she's going to try to defensive cast it. Oh. She does have to defensive cast against your grapple too. So what'd you say your CMD is?
20.
Okay. So defensive cast stuff she's not triggering, but she's also... Oh wow, she does not add a lot to this. The 19 does make it, but the 3 does not. So you'd feel for a moment as that starts twisting your mind to make you want to release her just so you can attack Sal, or I mean, we don't know Sal. I think we don't know your name because you were amnesiac.
Yes.
Your friend. Sorry about that. But otherwise, it seems like at the last second as you kind of grip her tighter, the spell's broken. And that wastes her turn. She was unable to get out and unable to cast.
Woohoo!
Nice. Okay, grappling does good stuff.
Grappling is the anti-caster.
Yes.
There are spells at later levels. You're going to hate it because there's literally a spell called the Litany of Escape that literally just tells you they get out. It's just, but that does burn up like a level 4 spell, so you know it's burning resources.
Mm-hmm.
But at low level, yeah, grapple them casters, fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Which I imagine the guy on the table's probably shouting. Vanguard.
And I go bonk.
You do notice after that round, however, she does seem to be regenerating. Seems like she is clever enough to do that.
Oh, I don't think.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Yeah.
Anything further?
Not much else I can do.
I think we're back on Stormy then.
Do I have flanking even though I am technically grappled myself being the grappler? Okay, next question is it this system where if I'm grappling something I can use movement speed or whatever to drop prone and they drop prone with me?
Yeah, you can try to drag them, you can drop prone. It takes a check, but the way you're feeling it, she's very weak compared to you.
Very good. I would love to drop prone with my movement speed. Is that an action to do so?
For that one, that would be considered it's part of the grapple. It's an attack for sure, but it's part of the grapple.
Oh, it's part of maintaining.
So you could do that and you could attack. So that's part of your maintain roll. So if you want to do that as part of your maintain, she's the one that gets a roll to try to avoid it. And she could stay on her feet as you go down to the ground. But you have to basically just maintain, and you choose to do that. So, and then you could spend your other action to stab her if you wanted, or to try to enhance the grapple, like pin her.
Let's get her down to the ground first. With that combat maneuver 18.
Let me double check hers, but I think that will do it. It's not her current position. Yes, that will.
Hello,
Wonderful.
Sent.
And
Welcome.
so
Thank you for the resub.
Saint, you should look at all the creepy. Oh, and yeah, she fails the ability to not go down with you.
Wonderful. And
Did you
so
get-
she is prone right now, right?
Yes, she is prone. I'm literally adding it, and so are you, but I'm adding the condition to both of you.
Okay. And I can't take a full round action because I roll to maintain. But however, I can make a single attack, I believe.
Correct. Otherwise, your other option that you could do that in these situations is really good. If you rolled to enhance the grapple, she would go to pinned, which makes her helpless, which means the next one of your allies could then go for a coup de grace, basically smash her head open.
But so she is grappled and she's prone. Is that a double bonus that's applied against her from others?
That means that she will be she's losing a -2 from being grappled. She's a -2 effectively AC from being flanked, and then a -4 from being prone. So you're adding a +8 to all their accuracy right now.
Wonderful. Okay, that's what I was asking.
And you pretty much fucked her entire turn, so.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there we go. So I'm
you've
gonna go ahead
successfully
and
disabled the first mini boss.
that's what I that's what I was trying to go for. I think it is a little bit counterintuitive to try to punch her and lose all my hard work. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll to increase my grapple.
Yeah. You get a +5 as a controller. If you ever fail a grapple by 10 or more, you do lose it. But in this case, you're beating her by a fair bit.
15 off the +5.
Okay.
I don't know if he should be getting a penalty for grappling prone, right? If they're
No, prone you don't get that one. So that's actually 4 higher. So that's a 19 with the bonus from the flanking. Yeah, that'll do it. You actually managed to fully pull her and basically just pinning her down to where she can barely move. And at that point, she does drop the knife. She has to drop the knife. This basically means her only option on her turn is either do nothing or try to escape. She can't do anything else unless it doesn't require body movement. Like a purely verbal spell or mental spell she could do, but her staring.
Look like the tracker is showing up on her icon. I got 2 of them grappled prone. She's showing.
Huh?
Oh well. And it don't
getting
matter.
pinned down there in a second.
There we go. Okay, I guess only one shows it. It's shown on the initiative, but not her actual icon. Okay.
I see it on her icon, but that's interesting.
That'll be good. Thank you.
Yeah, which means Deckle, for an action, you could just smash her head open if you wanted.
Yeah, we're gonna smash that pumpkin.
Smash it.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed hit, guaranteed crit. So, yeah, pretty much. And then it's max damage. Now she's not technically, yeah, because she's the smart one, so she's smart to not give herself any organs. So the crit itself doesn't matter. So don't roll crit damage, but roll max. Tell me what your max damage is.
All right.
And then you have to apply that to her instant death. If she can still die.
It would be 46 plus 5.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, never mind. She's not surviving that. Wait, is that before the crit?
That's before the crit, yes.
How the fuck?
How?
4d6 or 4, like, oh no, 4d6, so 24, okay, so 29.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. I was thinking, like, how the fuck are you breaking 50 at level 1?
No,
fucking pun over here?
Fun.
Everyone do at the mid-maxer.
29. So yeah, 29 is still insta-death. So yeah, she is there's no need to roll for it. She is... How would you like to end Dr. Oates' day?
Oh, like I said, just smash that pumpkin.
Yeah, so you bring the hammer up as she's pinned down and she's trying her best to get out of it and maybe try to even like at least get her head down, if not like get Gronk's head into it, but then you just drop it on there and that cursed grin just ceased forever. That takes you out of combat.
Jesus.
Indeed.
I have a feeling that this encounter was supposed to be like super deadly.
I mean, did you see how hard she stabbed my character? Like, my character is only up because she has, when she's raging, a very high DR.
Yeah.
Or it's not even DR technically. It's basically she's healing off the damage because all of her DR turns into fast healing, and then she gets way more fast healing than she should. So what should be 5 fast healing is 8 fast healing for her every round. So like you literally see her wounds are healing almost as actually technically faster than the doppelgangers.
Yeah. This lady was adding what, +5 on a high crit weapon?
Yeah, so she was, I mean, one stab, and she can technically stab twice, would have, like, downed a normal player, because she hit me for 8.
Yep.
It's like, okay, so, like, anyone with 6 hit points or 7 hit points is already down. 2 stabs, she could kill you. But
Yeah.
she's very lethal, and you shut her down hard. And she has spells. She's not a low-level mesmerist. And she adds another d6 if she's staring at you. And then when she's staring at you, all your saves go down by 2, and her, like, it's crazy. It's bad. Like, she was very bad, and you fucked her up, so wonderful work.
Good work, team.
Speaking of your low... Speaking of,
Oh, Synth is hydrating me. Time to drink.
Yeah, she'll spend an extra round to rage since she got a bonus one there just so she can actually full heal. So despite seeing the scars, you see she's looking pretty okay.
Nice.
I don't have a grapple bone to take off. I can't find where that is.
I think that's because I tied it to them. Let me just... I can take it off if you can't.
I don't see it.
It's off
It's
now.
gone. And she did.
I like that. Getting her
Minus
dead,
grappled.
took off grappled.
Yeah, dead condition removes negative conditions, right?
Not all of them, apparently.
Not all of them, yeah.
Well, she's still prone.
I would hope.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I just love the light cast at the start. It looked so good. It was like, oh, this is actually ominous as fuck.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, what's this experience thing I saw?
Don't worry about that. We use milestone.
Yeah.
Every time a combat ends-
remember.
So every time a combat ends, it asks me offer to give you experience, and off the ones, there's no option to skip it. I can only cancel, at which point then the bad guys all go back to full life. So I do hit it, but you guys aren't going to get enough experience to milestone, so don't track. But in the future, there might be enough to suddenly, oh, we hit it because we have this extra. No, the XP will never matter for you guys, so don't try, because I give you guys milestone.
Very meta question. When do you project our next level up to be so I can start to do some research?
Puff, when you next rest, because Dr. Oates Day is your level up.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So I'll start to do some.
Basically, drag her ass back to the barricade and get some rest and some healing for your diseases, and you guys will level up.
Sounds like a plan.
Wonderful.
You may want to talk to the thing on the table and deal with that before we move on, just because it's like what you do with them may be
Yeah,
a bit pertinent.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this might be a good place to drop off for me.
Thank you for playing, Stormy.
Excuse me.
And thank you, Sin,
Yeah.
for the hydrates. I finished off my Dr. Pepper.
Did you show Synth the creepiness that is this game? Like the arts that I've been making for these things. Like I love the doppelgangers because all the doppelgangers you've met look so fucking creepy.
I mean,
I love
Sin
it.
should be able to see it on the stream. Yeah.
Right, it's just that if you're mousing over them when he's looking.
Yeah.
So I saw Synth playing. Gosh, what was it? Oddworld.
Like Abe's Oddworld?
Yeah. Like Abe's Oddworld. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't played that game since
Throwback.
the PlayStation 1 era.
I played that back on the PS1 and I never beat it because it was a rental and it was
It was
decently
a
challenging.
hard game.
Yeah, so it's like it took so long that I didn't beat it. I never re-rented it.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. I loved its aesthetic, and it's just it became a thing. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to beat it from scratch again. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like before the. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, at least nobody has to deal with that creepy smile anymore.
Right. I just remember Earthbound before they gave the strategy guide. I rented it twice before they started giving the strategy guide, and someone at school had to tell me about the fucking stand there for 5 actual minutes.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
How the fuck are you supposed to know that? Oh, it doesn't exist in the game. It's only in the strategy guide.
Yeah.
What on earth?
Yep.
Anyway, Stormy, thank you so much for sticking around.
Yeah. Thank you both. Thank everybody.
Yeah. All right. I'll see y'all next week, and I'll be brainstorming some level up ideas.
And
Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna end it here, guys. I hope you had a wonderful evening, enjoyed the show, and
Oh, we're all ending here?
well, I meant. Oh, I thought we were. I didn't know.
I was suggesting you may want to talk to that doppelganger before you all go. Like, it's one thing if Stormy goes, but you may want to decide what you do with that before you level up.
Oh, I thought you
You
meant
go
at the
back to
start of the
level up?
next.
No, because otherwise you guys won't be level 1, and then you could potentially complicate the problem because it's like
Yeah.
upon
No, that's-
investigation that is a doppelganger, but it seems like one that they actually were like that other one was literally dissecting him.
Yes. All right. So let's go and why don't we see what's going on down here? This person seemed happy
I mean,
to
he
see
did-
her go.
Noxious the little snake just speaks up. He did. As much as I thought it may have been a lure to get us in here to kill us, he was shouting warnings and said, "Watch out for the door," and on.
Yes.
well,
He seems happy to see you there as he's just kind of recoiling back, and you see he has quite a few little needles in him that definitely seem to be radiating a little tuft of magic on each one. And you'd see that, and some of them are actually in his body. Like you don't think he should be alive. Like number one, you can tell that he looks like he's on death's door, but he doesn't seem to feel it as much. But anywhere the needles are don't seem to change when he tries to change. But otherwise, yeah, it seems like he's in bad straits. But otherwise, he looks at you and just said, "I am so glad you killed that bitch."
Yes. Seems she's been treating you poorly.
Just he kind of like tries to glance down as he can. There's a needle right in his neck. You think? You think?
Is
It's
it
just a little part.
is it safe
I
to
don't-
remove those things?
Love it if you remove them.
Hmm.
I don't know if it'll. He kind of pauses. Are you an actual doctor? He seems very reasonable, despite his voice sounding very sinister.
I am no doctor. I work here. Strange state. My friend here is a healer of sorts.
a little bit.
Just afraid my heart might stop. There's literally one holding my heart open, and I can't fix it.
Right. You want to take a look at this?
Yeah, you can do a diagnose roll if you want, Vanguard.
I can try. There we go. Diagnose roll. That is a heal. Normal.
Yes. Unlike the other kind of friendly one you think, this one seems wow. Okay, so you can see as much as like the warping and the unnaturalness, you can see that sure enough, you would probably want to apply at least some level of healing to him. That removing the ones there will probably cause some damage, and you can tell he's literally at 1 hit point. Now, granted, you don't die at 0, so it's not 0, but he'll probably pass out, and if he can't think to like do something like troll blood, then that's a problem. But basically, it looks like wherever they are, they've stunted enough of it that it's basically that he can't really rip himself free of this. It's put in his pressure. You realize the points they put it in are all of his pressure points, and then they've splayed open his heart with them.
Dear God.
It seems like there's one spot that he seems to be holding that is an arm that looks very pristine, but there's a lot of blood around that arm. And he's just like, I hated that fucking knife. She was in love with it. She seemed to really enjoy cutting people.
Yes.
Oh,
Ask my friend here.
he's at 1 hit point. Could I use Virtue just to give him another hit point just as a surge for a little bit?
I mean, if you do Virtue and just kind of keep it up like that, will protect him from a little bit, and that might be enough even to, because like the needles might just deal 1, and then you could just reapply it. If you did it very slowly, I'd say you could probably actually take 20 with Virtue, and basically just make sure it's only hitting the magic.
Okay.
Which then that would also be numb, since you don't feel temporary hit points leaving. So
That's good.
it's also a very good anesthetic, which means he wouldn't go into shock. You would know, with your really good roll, you would know basically you want to remove them from his heart. Because then if you told him to do what you did with the other one, say, get troll blood, it's like, or some sort of regenerative, then he would be very well off.
Let's see.
He seems to just be trying to just like relax a little bit. He seems very happy that you killed her.
Oh, so we gotta remove the needle from the heart.
Yeah.
Ideally, I don't really want to live here forever.
How did you get here?
I don't know what exactly happened. I was having bad nightmares, and one day I woke up as one of the undead. And she wanted to see if she could cure me, if she could do something better. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of ghouls, and then a lot of... And as he looks down to the one free hand that he can kind of move and just seems to make it, like, as it shifts between different races and genders. Just kind of...
Yes.
Amazingly enough, it seems like it gave me back a little less. I was so hungry as a ghoul. I'm fairly certain I may have eaten some people. He doesn't sound utterly remorseful. Like, he sounds like he's sad about it. Like, it sounds like he didn't want to do it. But he doesn't sound like he's utterly like, oh. It's like he realizes it's like, that wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Ghouls are mindless. That's.
I don't know about mindless. I definitely knew what I was doing, but I definitely didn't feel like me. I felt like
Right.
some evil version of me that wanted to, like, you know, eat my little brother if I had the chance.
S- uh, sir?
Am I actually a sir right now? Because I'm not even certain.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but are you
I'd like.
are you able to control your hand the way it changes?
Yes, the one hand that's just, it's only the wrist that's up, it's bound at the wrist. He holds up the wrist and actually kind of waves it at you and it shifts between, like, you see actually like what you realize is a cat's foot claw back to a human into an elf, and he just seems to, he waves it politely, like he's not flicking you off, he's not being threatening. Like, it just, I would say just the vibe of him seems way safer than the other one.
Yeah. I was thinking, did I know that she had troll blood in her veins, or
You guys told her to do it. She didn't know what a troll was. You had to explain to her.
Sorry, did we ever decide on what to call you? I'm talking to your character, Deckle.
I don't think anyone's thought about that. It's been a bit busy.
Okay, we asked right before we got hit by rats. That was literally the conversation in the rat tunnel.
Yeah.
She's asking to be polite, but
I know, it's just I'm just saying that's in character.
oh, sorry. Remember when the doctor, she started healing?
Yes, I told her about if you can manipulate your blood to a creature that can regenerate, like a troll or something.
You would hear as Noxus chimes in. Also, that if her name tag is Dr. Oathstay, she seems smart enough to. She didn't have a heart or lungs like that. She was all homogenous. No organs, kind of like an ooze. That also could help you not die if you can start altering your organs.
Yes.
Can you do that?
He kind of pauses and looks down as you would see the rest of his body shifts because he's an open cadaver that's not dead, but you'd see the rest of it just seems to shift to this like spongy mass that looks a lot like where her head caved in, but the heart doesn't change. It seems like that like the needles are currently just it's very clear those needles are meant to stop the transformation.
Yeah, you need to get those out.
Okay.
The problem is he's at 1 hit point, which means he either needs first aid, a heal spell, or that virtue taking 20 would work too.
I tried to take 20, but it didn't do it.
You don't need to click it before, you just tell me you're doing it. Say, I'll take 20, use the virtue, and like keep in mind, I supersede all like the game existed before we had Foundry. I can make the game happen without it.
Of course. I will take 20 for virtue.
Yeah. There's probably a little bit of concern as he sees that you're not actually mending any of his wounds at first, as he's just, what are you doing? I feel like my heart's like, I don't feel great. I know I'm talking pretty normally here, but I understand that's because, like, the weird.
I just need to keep you stable before we do anything.
And how are we doing that?
Well, I know the spell that can just give you a little bit of energy while we try and take that needle out. See if you can regain control of your shifting abilities.
He kind of just takes a deep breath and just, okay.
So I am going to cast Virtue and take 20 for that.
All right. Yeah, it takes bit by bit as you draw it out on each of them, and he does bleed some, but the virtue allows you to prevent it from being utterly atrocious, to the point that you feel like you can. Now, in his case, he doesn't seem to have as much of a mastery, which is interesting. All the rest seem to do it very well. His seems to be like they seem to do it because you rolled a 19. It's very clear they do it on a subconscious level. You realize this guy's not doing it subconsciously, as he doesn't auto fix like the other ones do, and you realize that he's like when you tell him to do a troll, he turns fully into a troll, even though you say just like give yourself troll blood. Seems like his control isn't amazing, and there's probably a reason why, but you don't know why. He is still fast as a lord because he's doing it like as as fast as them. It's just clear he has to think about it.
Yeah.
They
not
don't.
just.
Sure enough, he turns into a rather big, rather gnarly looking troll. Looks rather storybook, like perfect troll. But sure enough, it seems like his wounds start finally healing.
Are you feeling any better?
Also, why do I feel...
What's-
You ever smell a good bakery?
Hungry?
No, but you smell like a good bakery.
Oh.
I can't smell anything other than blood.
That might be
Yep.
what he likes. I'd say
I
once
don't
you.
like it. I think the body likes it.
No, I.
He
That's...
seems actually a little
Sorry.
He seems pretty cogent.
I didn't mean it as you, but you know.
He kind of holds up a finger and then shifts back as seems to... You see him actually actively switch in the same, not kind of fast mode, but it's clear he's like having a little bit of fun, but seems like, yeah, when you see the forms, it looks like the wounds have mostly healed. Before he seems to settle on what looks like a muscular catfolk.
Greetings.
Tell them.
I'm not this. But this look... I've always wanted to,
I mean, whatever makes you happy.
If you had the power to change what your body to whatever you like, why not?
change it faster than I can change my damn clothes. That's the only good part about all this.
Do you have a name?
He kind of gives you a quizzical look. Is there a reason you think I wouldn't have a name?
I don't remember mine.
Yeah, I was just gonna directly point at Sal.
He pauses and just see, call me Pat. Pat Kendrick. Otherwise Patrick does just fine.
Patrick.
Well,
Well, you're not actively trying to kill us.
yeah, that's a good change.
Do you know
Yeah.
anything? Do you know anything that happened here?
I wish. It seems to start once that yellow mist rolled into town. Covered the whole damn place. I was just in a normal cell then.
Where is this town? Where is this?
You're in Briarstone Asylum.
See,
Let's see.
apparently we were tossed down the body pit, and someone down there thought we were useful alive.
Would that be a history check or
It would technically be a local.
local check?
I'll tell you right now, you're not gonna. I'll tell you. You're
Yeah.
welcome to roll it if you like. I'll tell you no matter what you roll, you're gonna fail that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I mean, most local areas are discoverable with at worst a 40. Doesn't matter. You can roll me 100. You're gonna fail.
Fair.
Noxus chimes in. He was talking about what happened to him. You said that you were one of the ghouls. You were overrun with hunger, and now you're clearly one of the doppelgangers. Yet you're not. I mean, even the guards said the doppelgangers all work together. Yet you are not being worked together. Not. And he kind of holds up a finger. I did, and I feel bad for that. But I can answer that one pretty confidently. When she slapped me on this table, I began thinking about all the things I was and wasn't, and how I wasn't her friend, and I wasn't it wasn't like a I want to betray you moment. It was like a wake up out of the nightmare moment.
Interesting.
It's like that much, and it wasn't just a pain. I suffered pain like that. He points over, and you'd see more strips of flesh that look almost identical to the ones out there that you saw, and it's like you realize that it's ghoul flesh and then it's like she had some of my own kin drag me in here so that one of us had to be given up in order for her experiments. She seems really keen to find out the difference in our fleshes between human, ghoul, and doppelganger, specifically those of us here. But yeah, I was not of a sane mind as a ghoul, and even as a doppelganger, I thought I was on her side till she pulled me back to the table and then pulled out those needles.
what is she trying to hope to gain from understanding that?
I had to wager a guess, judging from how she and Dr. What was his name? Larkspur? I think that's what she called him. Or some other one. He went out there, watch out. He seemed creepy. But big red flesh and yellow eyes. You realize that he's describing the one you guys killed.
His
Oh.
body's in the hallway.
Oh. I like that. Latchkey! Dr. Latchkey, that's it.
These are some strange names.
They were both studying the flesh, trying to find the difference, see if we could mimic, well, they could mimic them. I mean, she had me do it, and then wanted to see, since I was a fresh turn. I remember how she did it a bit. She had me convinced on certain ones. She used a little bit of magic to... She said that normally sleep wouldn't work on me, being a ghoul. And then she stared at me until suddenly she got me to go to sleep. I think it was a spell. Then I had another dream. I didn't dream as a ghoul before, and sleep as a ghoul before. And in the dream, I heard her voice, and she kept wanting me. What was it she wanted? Knowledge Arcana could assist you here.
Uh-huh. Wait. God damn it.
I'm not the only one. Give me a second, because I know my pet has it. I think I might have it. Anna? No. So it is just Noxus. But she adds 5, so that's not terrible. Yeah. Noxus actually cuts in, so stop thinking about the dream now. If it's something that converts you to them, like there's like we know there's a gateway between them and sanity, apparently. Which is either betrayal or very intense pain, it sounds like. But maybe you shouldn't, I don't know, revisit whatever caused you to become Team Doppelganger.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Suffice to say, I guess it was something in the dream, but yeah, I'll just disregard that. I'd rather not.
So, now what do we do? We're just trying to get out. There were guards.
Yes.
Just as freaked out as we were.
I'll probably be
Operation
glad
had
to see
6 lost me
her.
back in a cell, just because I actually was supposed to be in here. I kind of killed my parents. But to be fair, they were trying to kill my little brother, so
That sounds just to me.
most would see it as insane.
I mean, protecting your little brother.
That sounds insane as parents trying to kill their own child.
That's what I thought. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie and say that I did it just simply, and I saw red. I may have done it a bit brutally.
I see.
I'm aware. But it's not like I was that way prior. I just saw red.
Well, I can't remember why I'm here exactly, but I do know this place is under attack and seems very dangerous, so locking you up seems like a bad idea.
Nick's just simply just like he could be useful, but Nox is just the counter. Yes, he could be useful, but I doubt the guards are going to shine kindness on us if we walk up with a doppelganger.
I mean, there's still not really a real way to prove we're not they already think we are.
Yeah. I mean, if we show them the others, this one is. Sorry, you've been very helpful, and if we explain to them, perhaps they will see the advantage of having someone with your abilities to help us out.
Nox is just, or we just simply tell him to take on his human form and, wait. And he holds a finger. It's the bad thing. I'm trying to remember my little brother's face so I can try to extrapolate it. I could pick a different human form. I would stick as he gestures to his cat body, but if they are the guards of the asylum, I'd imagine most of them would know if and I don't know if I look like a cat folk that was in here, if we even had one.
Right. if you know another inmate's appearance that would be more suited.
He just kind of sighs and just thinks and just turns into just what looks like a kind of wiry looking guy. Just, and if they find out, they're just gonna burn me at the stake. But I guess this could work.
I mean, at some point, they're gonna have to realize that if we don't work together, none of us are gonna get out of here alive.
If they become our enemies, then we'll have to deal with it.
Maybe there's still a
I
chance.
think if they find out, you just simply say I lied to you. Just say I was some guy you found, then you don't have to deal with it.
I would not feel comfortable leaving you to
And
death.
Nix looks at you and kind of nods like hell.
But wouldn't that mean they'd kill you?
Did you say again? You were a little quiet.
Sorry. Wouldn't that mean they'd just try to kill you?
Yes, but rather than them toss out and you all seem to be murdering these bastards, I don't really want to complicate that.
Look, don't worry about it. You're a part of us now until that's proven otherwise.
It's interesting since you've heard Noxus be mostly benevolent, but at the same time you can tell she's a bit more tricksy since she suggested lying. As Nix is the one just thought, if they know the truth, then they would have a doppelganger guardian. They just would need to, I don't know, secret code phrases or something.
True. Well,
This is why I wanted you guys to do this first, is because it determines
No, it's good.
how the survivors.
I mean,
Because like standard trope in horror too, it's like they might string somebody up for A, thinking that you did something wrong, and B, because you did something wrong.
yeah, or lying about it.
Right. Not that I'd say this is wrong. It's just to them it would be.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
I mean, I'm no good at lying, really, so I do think there would be advantage in working together.
Don't get me wrong, I'd rather be truthful about it. Maybe one of them knows how to. I mean, as interesting as a power is, I think I'd rather get it cured.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And I'm guessing the others don't make a habit of announcing who they are and what their intentions are.
What others? What?
The other doppelgangers in here.
I only met the two doctors, and no, they seem. Dr. Latchkey seemed to like hiding as things. Oathstay was proud of what she was, and then who was the last one? I don't remember. I haven't seen her in a while.
We met one in the basement.
At that point, you just hear Nyx herself say, Skaney, Lacey Skaney, that one. They didn't refer, the other ones they said were actual doctors, whereas they said she was some patient who wanted to be a doctor. Always thought she could help out, and
She seemed to be...
I remember a bit, she kissed a lot of ass, like, always thought she was one of them.
She seemed to be delusional that she was a doctor, but had no knowledge for it.
She was harmless, but she was the kind of crazy that she'd follow you along and really want to help you to the point she was unhelpful.
I see.
Your doctor, she's not so harmless now, but she is at least social. More so than this Oathstay was.
In any case, unless anyone objects, I say we plead our case. We show them the others that we took down, and you helped us out with that.
I mean, we talked her down. Maybe we could talk them down.
You just hear next. I would like to think that humans are easier to talk down than sociopathic murderous, no offense, doppelgangers. It's like, I take it. This is, to me, this is an affliction, not my kin.
Yes.
It's not. If you suddenly were transformed into an, well, you look kind of elvish. If you were transformed into a dwarf, would you suddenly feel angry at dwarf jokes?
Oh no.
He goes to stand up, shifting a little bit as he thinks, all right, maybe should I put on something to be a good impression? Something that looks more friendly, a more friendly persona? What do you think?
I'd say just pick whatever speaks to you. Just if you like the cat, then be the cat. Otherwise, whatever makes you happy.
It's strange that part of me thinks of an old priestess that was in town, but I don't know if that's a good idea either. Evoking religion may be a bad plan. Plus, I don't want them to think that I'm posing as a priest.
Right.
At the same time, he kind of toys with it a bit and kind of nonchalantly just shifts over and just seems to be kind of a curly white-haired looking, now female, but otherwise just. I just always doesn't looks like the clothing isn't just like that. The other ones you saw, she they are able to do clothing, but she kind of shrugs her shoulder and just said she always seemed kinder and like I could tell her anything. Maybe get through to them.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good start.
I don't really care which I or what. I really don't want them to like hang me or something. I imagine they burn me because whenever they turn me in, whenever they went to hang me or something, if it were me,
Right.
I would assume that I could become not hangable. She just kind of gives a wry laugh, as you can tell she's scared, and she's pretty certain she's about to be lynched. But it seems like she's willing to go with, and she was all but about to die before. But you do notice you do have the needles that you pulled out. You don't see a whole spare. It looks like what they had there, but they don't seem to be glowing with the same glow. Not certain if they are reusable, but definitely worth keeping. Otherwise, there's definitely the dagger from Oath's Day, which I could put up. Let's see if there's anything else in this room before I just. 13th of linen and drying.
So we can take one of the syringes that still has the liquid in it?
What liquid?
What syringe? What liquid?
Oh, liquid. For some reason, I thought it was liquid. Just the syringes that were in him. Them. Excuse me.
I think they're more like acupuncture needles.
Oh, they were, weren't they? Still, could I take one?
The needles? Yeah, definitely take those. You can take all of them if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, they might be valuable.
If anything else, it can give us a clue. I'm thinking about it.
Alright. 1 second. Let me still check a map real quick to make sure I got what. Okay. Well, I guess I had both those marked as ghouls, but I forgot something in there. That's okay, you don't need that. It's not necessary, I guess. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. In the room prior to this one, where you guys were fighting the ghouls and you prepped for battle, there were some, unfortunately, hanging corpses and some other things that may be worth of loot. Assuming you go to, otherwise the manacles on them are not part of the. They're literally on hooks, so you could pull them down and get 3 sets of manacles, and plus leaving them up is kind of ghoulish. You can take them down. In this room, double checking her gear. You do find, interestingly enough, that she does have 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds, as well as that'd be 92 gold. And then she does have the dagger, which was definitely a magical dagger. Which, if someone wants a dagger,
All right. Is there a loot list built in, or are we writing down?
not on this one. I need to do that because since it was fucking up the other one, I removed the loot list and I figured I'd go more. So what I can do for you is I will type it into the chat.
Fair enough.
And then, otherwise, finally, let me double check for this one. Besides her gear, Osei has a key to the manacles. It sits next to the lantern at the far south. Surgeon's tools are on the table nearby as well. Oh yes, there is also and he would point it out to you too to make sure you don't forget it. That he does know that there is a magic bag that she took from one of the victims, as they seem to be somebody. It was the chaplain had some power.
Magic
But otherwise, he'd be able to point out that the bag is magical, which it is a handy haversack.
Good to know.
Yay! Handy haversack.
I may need to change a little bit of this just because I forget if anyone has spontaneous versus paired. Just because I try to change some of the loot, like in this case it has a pearl of power, and I was like, if no one uses pearl of power, I might change it to the what is it, rune of mastery. But here we'll go with 2 times manacles. What else did I say? Oh yeah, so then searching those. Handkerchief on one of the bodies, and the 3 dead ones. Contains a very odd coin. It contains a coin that seems to have it's a coin-sized eye with an X-shaped pupil. Excuse me. But it seems to automatically roll in a direction even if left on a flat surface. And it seems to, there's a membrane on the inside, not on the exterior, that seems to blink. And it seems to, if you hold it, it looks at you and just seems to cock its eyes. You don't know if it's friendly or angry with anything else, but it seems to definitely pay attention to you, and as soon as you let it go, it just seems to roll in a random direction and look around curiously.
No, it's
That's, yeah, disturbing, but cool.
just hiding behind Sal. Like, what is that thing?
Appears to be some kind of eyeball that's interested in what's going on.
That one, and another magical dagger. Da, da, da. And then
X shape. Sounds like some fucking squid shit.
this one you won't need to identify because commonplace identification is easy because it has the symbol of I think this one is surrendering in the, or no, I think it would be Pharasma. It would have a little slip with the sigil of Pharasma in it, and you'd realize that it's a phylactery of the faithful.
There you go.
Basically, it lets you put it on the head, gives you some small buffs to divine stuff, and then if you have a god or a goddess, it alerts you if you're about to do something that's going to make them sad, or basically bids you to reconsider if it's unsure.
Good lord.
Put all that in there. But yeah, a little bit almost through here, and then we can. But so, assuming you head back then,
Yeah.
just so we can try to wrap this up and get it to a point that you guys can safely level up one or the other.
Mhm.
So, you don't need to worry about moving around the map or anything. We'll just assume you move there, and then I'll move your tokens for gameplay next time. But in any case, you approach the edge and you see them all standing there, and they make a sharp whistle as they levy their crossbows, especially as you're dragging two of the bodies back and dragging one more. Almost correctly so, as they seem to do a count on you, and just their assumption is right in this case is they just say, hey, we don't need prisoners of them, guys. I don't know what's going on there. Like,
They were cutting
we
on.
see you have one more than you went out with.
us. This one was no ally. They were cutting on them and experimenting on them, and
One
was
of the other
very
guards
helpful.
just goes, I thought you were going to say that it was a prisoner, and they're clearly not one of them, and we were going to laugh at you for being... Oh, you actually...
Look, she's remembering herself. Whatever they did, they woke her original self back up.
Uh-huh. Okay. And I'm supposed to be like, because like this was like not exactly the nicest people in this asylum, you understand? So I'm supposed to be excited about what?
Well, she has the
I'm a
talents that they have to some degree, and has offered to be an ally to us to fight them, or at least to survive them.
knocks Sister ears off. She literally was being like tortured on a table, and then like was about dead. Like there's literally no way that this was like something like she's lucky to be alive even with the crazy shit.
After all, we've got to take whatever we can get. This place is extremely dangerous, as I'm sure you already know. If we don't take the help that presents itself to us, we might not ever get out of this place alive.
I'd say whoever has the best diplomacy, you can go ahead and give me it with a +6. She seems to stay quiet to it, but otherwise doesn't seem like she's like doesn't try to look like a beat dog. She's kind of watching her sleep.
What's your diplomacy?
You hear her just simply just, I'm not trying to cause problems, and I will help you. I will fight with you if you want. At the same time, I'd rather not get burned at the stake or like see some poor soul like terrified that I exist. So
Mine's not great. You're probably
roll.
more charisma.
let's see. I'm a blood rager. I have charisma, but do I have diplomacy? Because I don't feel like it felt like a thing my character would have. Diplomacy. I have just. Oh wait, what do I have for it? Oh, I guess it is. I guess my charisma isn't that amazing.
I do have the SMR stuff.
Yeah.
Do I have a hero point?
Yeah.
I have it.
Have hero point.
Yes.
And you'll
A
get
hero
one
point.
back after leveling, so it's like.
Yeah, I'm doing that again. God.
Good.
Echo
Actually-
Yum!
Yeah.
Oh, I heard actually.
No, you're good. I forgot you're not streaming.
Damn it.
I mean, if the chat's still there. If you want to give her a point, I'm like, I know you have enough for it.
Yeah, let me open up your chat, but give her a +4.
Hey, go. You want a +4, not re-roll, because like she rolled like a 6. You might want to just let her re-roll.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll then.
Please, come on.
There you go.
Oh, thank God.
The guards just kind of look, and they listen. It's like it's a nice story, really. It's like it really is, but like you gotta understand, we've already dealt with one of these at Butcher. Just you hear another voice behind, just what are we dealing with? And the guards kind of seem to actually some more people. They claim to be people. They brought back some doppelganger bodies. They open. Yeah, I can see inside the head of that one. That one's definitely a body. That one, I can kind of see the cauliflower mash. But they brought a living one back. They say it wants to be friends with the other ones. We're torturing it. Yes, I heard that part. I'm wondering why You see as behind it, the voice steps up, and you see this woman with just dark black hair and just seems to be kind of icy blue eyes, but she seems to look out over the barricade and looks at you. Forgive the captain. It's been a while. Actually, she's not icy blue. She's got golden eyes. But you see, she has a Pharasma necklace on her neck. Otherwise, wearing black and silver. But otherwise, kind of otherworldly eyes. I have your assurances you'll be calm, even if other people aren't always calm. It's far too easy for everyone to panic and start turning on one another. You see why that can be an issue?
Yes. I think we've handled ourselves quite well.
Yes, ma'am.
Let them in. But I don't care. Let them in. We'll deal with it, and we'll keep eyes on it. But who knows? Maybe they'll be very helpful. And in a sign of like her own intelligence, she's like, "We'll come up with a passphrase. The guards will know it, and then she'll know it, and then." She looks over in the direction. If you get asked for your phrase, you better know it, or I'm not going to be responsible for their reactions. And if you react poorly to their reactions to that situation, then you're going to be leaving, if not killed.
Okay.
She points. I'm talking to your doppelganger.
She was referring to all of us.
I don't think I'll need a passphrase for the rest of you, assuming you're not lying to me.
I mean, if the doppelgangers could be anyone, it'd be best if everyone had a passphrase, no?
Yes, but if we had the ideal, we'd all have a passphrase with each other, and
True.
only a few of us actually have history with one another.
That's fair.
I mean, almost not at all.
The only changing I can do is turn off my halo.
The captain just kind of seems to glower at her a bit, and just one of the guards seems to not like her as being in charge, but he's like, "It's fine. She's okay." You see them hop down and go to the little side door, as the door to your left is pushed open, as you hear them unlocking the bar inside. As if you look down at the barricade, there's a door right there, and then.
Thank you.
Thank you. But they lead you into the area, which let me get to at least what you can do there. The most creepy thing you see is here. Go ahead and drag your tokens down if you want to see this. Come down the main hall. Here, I'll drag you into the hallway, and you can just drag yourself. No. Here, drag yourself south, and you can see it.
Okay.
So go ahead and cross the barricade. There's no wall on it. But get to this point here, and you'll see something. And I can describe it to you.
You sure there's no wall?
It says I can't cross a wall.
Oh, I guess I did make it. I just made it a...
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to drag you down to this point so you can see. And red. It's red on the map, but then you'll see that there should be a token there. Oh, I guess you can't see it.
Can't see that.
I'll move it forward a bit. Oh. So, as you look at that, you see what just seems to be a wall of flesh. And right away, the woman's like, "Do not approach that. Leave it alone."
No. There.
That's the Arcus wall. And believe it or not, it used to be somebody. Another result of one of the nightmares of this area.
What?
Yes.
What in Desmond's name is that?
You're Desmond.
Ma'am?
You're Desmond?
Yes.
She opens up the doors to your left. Oh yeah, there she is. That's her token.
Oh, hey.
But otherwise, she opens up and you see a bunch of people, and you see a Desmond temple. You see that it has quite a few other shrines to almost every other god, including some of the evil ones. But you realize that, and whatever dread and dark feeling you've been feeling in this area, like even the rumbles of storm outside, as soon as the door opens, it doesn't seem to be coming from this room. She simply says, "Desna seems to have her wings guarding this area. I may not be of utter faithful of her, but she's extended her grace to give us at least some realm of sanctuary here. So most people spend their time and their rest here. I will okay. We're going to come clean about it to everyone, but I'll also make sure that they try to stay calm about it. But that being said, there may be incidents. I expect that you'll forgive them."
As long as there's no outright violence, or,
There may... She stops. It's like, "Do you need to understand, we've had 2 incursions from them already. One that we knew about that did exactly this, that acted like our friend."
Yes, sorry, I meant if someone tries to kill her, I will feel compelled to intervene.
I would expect you to intervene, but I'm saying that if you find out something happened, you're not coming back here and purging a lot of my survivors for having a panic attack.
No, of course not.
I'm not saying that I'll be happy about that, and I'll certainly pray for whatever soul is left after whatever happened to them. But in any case, we can do introductions, but also she's going to walk you through the services they have here. They do have some supplies that you can get for free. Basically, some very, very, very basic supplies. If you ask for certain things, they might have. I know that the other game didn't, you don't like it, but there's no price list and there's no list of it. But otherwise, yeah, she just warns you not to approach the wall because it doesn't take kindly to realizing that anyone's looking at it. So she basically, we all try to act like it's not there because it just seems to upset it because it's clearly whatever the nightmare has done to it has stripped its humanity from it, even though it clearly still has emotions.
That is terrifying.
But yeah, basically it seems to be white pallid flesh, seems to be an eye. Deep within the iris, though, where it looks, even though it does seem to be looking at you, the interior of the eye seems to be fanged maw. And it's like, it's just some weird-ass monster.
There's some Silent Hill shit right there.
Yeah. Thank you for your hospitality, by the way.
Not a problem. You had it right. If we sit here and constantly, if we just barricade ourselves, we're not going to get through this.
I take it there's no way out on this side?
Out. She looks at you and just kind of, have you not tried to go out yet?
We just
No.
got to this level.
The courtyards are decently safe. Well, I wouldn't say safe, but they don't seem to have the effect. We're surrounded by some sort of strange yellow mist. The moment she says that, a pit drops in your stomach. We don't know what it is, but there's things in the mist. We don't know if there are former townspeople. We don't know if they came with the mist. But they are not friendly. It is very, very dangerous. We don't know if there's anywhere to go. This might just be our life until the world may be done. How would we know?
Fair.
I can get through to Pharasma only a small bit. Enough to get my magic. And I don't get any direct answers, but I get strength, which makes me think that it's not over. But
Maybe I can commune with Bess now.
you're welcome to. We have shrines to almost every god, including Asmodeus and even Ergothoa. Don't think I saw some of the more rancid ones like Lamashtu or Rovagug, but feel free to look around. I would ask out of politeness that if you are pilfering supplies, leave the tribute boxes alone. I don't really want to piss off a god in this stage.
Of course.
But otherwise, yeah, you can see that there's some food, linen, scrap wood, other supplies. They seem to be collecting water through the rain on broken windows. It seems to be thunderstorming outside, which you heard in the other areas. But I do have quite a few chores that I would like for you to do, but we will also tend to anything that you have. And then I will make you some food. It will come later once you've helped out a bit. Otherwise, you can buy it from what stores we have. But otherwise, we'll take care of you. And your friend.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. After some basic things, I may ask for some help, but looking at how you all look, I would say maybe get some rest.
Yes.
The little crate on Nix's shoulder kind of arcs out, just said, we have a few that may be diseased, so we may need, I don't know if you have a nurse. In our case, we can handle ours, I believe, as she kind of gives a look towards Nix, as Noctis does, but if you have, otherwise our nurse could probably tend to it, i.e. she's worried about the potential ghoul fever.
Yes.
On that note, I was going to ask for a heal check from Vanguard, since I imagine you'd be helping out
Of course.
the barbarian with that.
Let's go.
And then we'll worry about the other ones later, where she's basically telling you to get some rest, and you'll be fed tomorrow. Like, we don't have enough food to give you dinner and to make everyone well fed. We are rationing. So what you get will be what you get. She does expect you to eat it all, despite, like, she assures you, I'm not going to feed you something atrocious.
Yeah.
Mhm. And she does it, and she does and she leans towards you and just like, if I may use the doppelganger in your chores. It's generally I've noticed those that help us rather than those that become insular tend to be forgiven for a great many sins. I don't know if that'll become endearing to them with what went down, but it'll give you the best chance for her.
She seems eager to prove herself.
Wonderful. Let's see. And then once you do a few chores tomorrow, then I will answer any questions you have on the rest of it, alright? This is as far as we go.
Sure.
For now.
Speaking
Oh.
of which,
She holds up one finger. Oh, what were you going to say first?
I'm going to reach into my backpack and pull out. I'm gonna give her basically half my trail rations. So two trail rations to spread among the group. How about?
Look, this will probably. I was just gonna say the same thing. This is quite helpful. Yeah. To which saying that, actually, I'd say that probably pitching in as much as I have to double check the on my gear list for Nyx, but she actually. I mean, it doesn't cry, but you see like this just look of like just this flush of color in her cheeks and just a smile. She's like, "I was literally just about to warn you. We have about 7 days for the numbers we have, including you. I think you may have just bought us another 3 or 4."
Hopefully we can find more supplies.
Well, obviously keep the bastion, so if you can find more supplies or lance out across the asylum, maybe there's some way out of this. And we'll need to hold out. We'll need to hold out and last long enough for anyone going out to find that. Because none of our guards haven't managed to do anything but join either the infected or the dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know the spell Purify Food and Drink. That might be able to give us a little bit more time.
To the kitchen. There was a lot of food that got rotted by there was a wave of the yellow fog that came through the entire asylum. And it rotted over half the food. We left it in the barrels there. If you managed to get there and purify it... Well, the way Purify works, you purify and then I don't think it's instantaneous. I think it's purified for X time. But then you could do that to feed them with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This spell makes spoiled, rotten, suitable for drinking, eating. Does not.
It would be on the duration hunt. It would be if the duration. What's the duration say?
Instantaneous.
Okay, so yeah, that does permanently cure it. I mean, obviously it would rot again after that point, but
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll have to double check. I think there's other things you can do. I think like because they take care of you and stuff, but
That's fair.
I don't want to. But did you give the roll there, Vanguard? I wasn't looking because I'm in the book.
I did, and it was a 10 in total.
Okay, with the help of those, Go Fever 12 with her bonus still on top of 6. That's an 18. So yeah, that would give her one of the two, which means if she does make it the night, then she'll actually be cured of it in the morning, just like the other. It is two. It's like, actually, it's just 2 saves. But yeah, everyone can get a night's rest, which means refresh your stuff. It does mean get your ability damage up, and yeah, you guys are down here. So
Sweet. And prepare for level 2.
you can level up. Yes, you will. This is your level up at this stage, so you can roll for HP if you like. You can do all that if you like, but otherwise, yes, if the stream is still going, you may wrap up at that as well. I'm just going to peer and see if I can find the other.
Yeah. Yes, everyone, thank you for coming and watching us. And whoever's watching back, if you're interested, I hope you enjoyed this excitement. Love you all. Bye-bye.